Hello, I am Ezekiel Lawrence, or Thoughtbuster #1, and this is
This is Brandon S. or ButtonMasher, whatever aliases I'll decide what I want to use. And yeah,
yeah. And today we're going to talk about some Zeta Gundam, and this is my third ever Gundam series I ever watched, and I think I'm a fan now. I hate you, Brandon.
it always, if the OG show didn't get you, well, it's always Zeta.
Hmm.
No, yeah, Zeta is also, well, probably my second series back when I first watched because I watched the movie trilogy from like a friend recommendation. And well, in the long run, I realized it was kind of a bad mistake recently. I did not like watch the entire TV show. But I don't know. It's one of those awkward things like, well, if you want to get into it, it's easier, but at the same time, not really. But Zeta, ooh, also made me a true fan as well.
Yeah. So, would you like to have any context before we get into the show? Like, what went on, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So from a behind the scenes of like I'm not sure where all the resources came, but there's some interviews translated. So obviously, in the real life world events, um, the original show came out in 1979, and Zeta came out in 85. That is quite a long like gap for a Gundam series, like especially during that time, like 6 years I think. But with the common like Gundam fan, they obviously know like, oh, when the show was first airing, it wasn't very popular. Hell, even got canceled, and the producers were lucky enough to like extend the episodes to like, because it's gonna be like 40, 51, and it was cut down to 39, and then it was like, okay, well we'll have 43 episodes instead. So during that time period, the director Yoshiyuki Tomino, he also was very busy during that time because right after the Gundam series first ended, he also did Space Runner with Ideon probably a few months later, and that is also one of his darker shows as well. Since
Hmm.
it's a very it's often said that it's like a spoiler, but not spoiler that everyone dies at the end, and it also influenced a lot of other anime as well, especially with Evangelion.
Hmm.
And yeah, Ano is the big like otaku guy, so it is pretty surprising that he would take a lot of influences. And during that time, I think a year later, he also did the Gundam movie trilogy, but I was like more like a re-edit until the third show, third movie when they kind of like, um, I believe he said that like 30% of it is like reused footage and 70% of it is like entirely different like redone animation.
Right.
And then afterwards, oh, this guy's resume is huge. Back in the 80s, he did the Ideon movies because Ideon also suffered the same fate as the original Gundam series, that it was cut short. And then it was like, okay, well, we'll have a recap movie, and literally we'll have like pretty much the last movie is just okay. Well, we're gonna show that everyone just died, but an insufferable death, and it's pretty parallel to like more than a decade later, the end of Evangelion did pretty much the same thing. And other shows he did was Zenbungle, however you pronounce it, Dune Bile, and Heavy Metal Elgram. And I think that Heavy Metal Elgram is the Isekai anime back
Hmm.
in '84. And then finally in '85 we got what do you call it? We got Zeta Gundam. But before that there was plans for another like Gundam spin-off show called Mobile Suit X that was planned to be, like take place during the 1 Year War, and there's some mechanical designs released, but it just never got like I think it was rejected in favor of an actual sequel.
Right.
And there's some other details I don't remember, but yeah, Zeta, and then in '85, which day did it Zeta came out?
Hmm.
I'm trying to find out which day. I believe it was like around spring. Let me check really quick.
No
March
problem.
2nd, 1985. That's when Zeta Gundam was released.
Damn. Yeah, it's older than both of us combined.
Oh
No,
yes.
not combined, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's oh boy, it's like pretty much 36 years old.
Yeah.
And Also, like behind the scenes, there's a lot of, I mean, in the 80s, there's just so many anime coming out that like influence just what we know anime now, especially
Mhm.
Macross or Macross,
Yeah.
that introduces like, okay, this is another like Gundam show that's like more realistic view of robots and focuses on the human pilots and also transforming mechs.
Yeah.
And then this is not really mecha, but Transformers as well, that had also the influence of okay, the trend of transforming mechs. It's just pretty much 80s. It's just robots, lots of
Yeah.
robots.
Lots of robots. The robot age. You got the Stone Age, you got the robot age.
It was pretty much a golden
Space
age,
age. Yeah.
literally.
Mhm. So like this takes place if if I'm correctly, I'm terrible watcher, but 7 years after the 1 year war, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
In Universal Century 87.
Hmm. Yeah, see, we got ourselves a Gundam expert over here. And so like a lot of the Gundam series like takes place like a, a good long period after a series, right? Except for
Yeah,
like Z, Double Z.
Yeah, Double Zeta was literally like probably a day after the
Yeah.
last incident,
Yeah, from
and we'll get to that much later.
yo, absolutely. Yeah. So, would you like to talk more about some other behind the stuff shows, or should we get more context with the show itself, with the first episode?
I think some of the other context behind the scenes will be more relevant later on.
Yeah, right. That sounds good. Okay. So,
First episode.
yeah,
I believe the episode's called Black Gundam or whatever.
yeah, the Black Gundam. So it's the Mark II. So the Titans have hold of the Mark II. So like would you like to explain what's going on? Like, who are the Titans and why aren't they the white base? Why?
So pretty much the Titans are pretty much they are formed from the Earth Federation to wipe out the Xeon remnants of the Xeon remnants that were lurking around after the 1 Year War. And even it was even like shown in a Gundam OVA that was released in '91 called uh zero 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 83 Stardust Memories that has like a plot that's basically oh these Xeon revenants stole a Gundam and they just pretty much rose up in power and the Earth Federation was just not prepared for it. So
Oh,
that's how the Titans rose. I mean
mhm.
it's optional to
Yeah,
watch, but it does give a tiny bit of context. But without watching
yeah.
it, you'll be fine without it.
Of course, yeah. Especially since it came after another
Yeah.
show I got to get into soon, but and, baby steps.
Yeah.
See.
So pretty much, so that was a couple years that passed, and now they've been having their own like prototype Gundams because they were very the Titans really loved their prototype mobile suits, and
Hmm.
spoiler alert, also not having a mass production mobile suit but bit them in the ass later on,
Yeah.
and pretty much I don't remember if it was developed in-house or like commissioned by like because there's like different uh, mobile suit mobile suit design manufacturers like Anaheim. That was pretty much
Hmm.
I think that was first introduced in Zeta. But pretty much they have I believe three prototype Gundam Mark IIs, and the first episode pretty much introduces that uh especially someone who was pretty much following it for the first time. They said, "Oh, Char is trying to steal like the Gundam Mark IIs," and it gives the audience thinking like, maybe Char is an antagonist, kind of,
Yeah.
or and also taking another fake aliases that he had because Char is not his real name; it's
Yeah.
Castle,
Hmm.
and it's Quattro. And I'm not sure if Tomino did this intentionally because he does like name characters, he does name people with stupid names
Yeah.
on purpose just to kind of troll, but I don't know if he's inspired by the '80s car of an Audi Quattro,
Right.
and I
Yeah.
guess the silly name does make sense if he just says, okay, I saw this German car name, so I'm just gonna name it after give it a new name for car,
Right.
or maybe saying like, oh. the Spanish word for four is cuatro, so that's like his fourth fake name.
That's what I got. That's the vibe I got because like at the beginning of the show, if I recall correctly, like we got another guy named Roberto, and I'm
Yeah,
trying to remember
I
what's
think the
his
other guy's
actual
a
real name.
Polly,
Yeah.
and I think those guys were part of Xeon as well.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, also forgot to mention there's the other side of the Titans. Well, the anti-Earth Union group, or AUG for short,
Hmm.
and they're pretty much, I guess their main intention is not really being against the Earth Federation, mostly just to take down like corruption that's a faction of the Earth
Hmm.
Federation, which the Titans are kind of their own thing at the same time.
Yeah.
So, and also in this episode, we get introduced to our main boy, or I should say, girl,
God damn
Camille,
it.
Camille Bidon, who
Hmm.
is a 17-year-old. I don't know if he's still a high school kid or maybe he's smart enough to be in college,
Hmm.
but yeah, just kind of get introduced to him that he just ditches like his martial arts class.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the context, but there's like this one dude that just like stopped by him and just randomly slapped him. Just like he easily brushed it off and just ran away.
Mm.
And later he joins up with his childhood friend Fa Yuri,
Yeah.
which is possibly way too similar to Fra, but not really.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they went. I don't remember if he was meeting up with his mom or something, but they encounter a couple of Titans elitists, and the biggest mistake in this show is Fa like saying Camille's name that
Yeah.
Jared overheard, and oh boy, this
That's
this
not.
that single line that he said started the whole the grips conflict of
Yes.
it's like saying, oh, but that like I thought I heard a girl's name, but that that kid looked like a boy, and once that happens, oh, Camille just punches the hell out of him.
Yeah. Like he don't give a shit. He was like, "You called me a girl?" Punched the shit out of him, and he was taking out some of the other Titans too, backing them off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he held it pretty well,
Mm.
and it's a good thing that he shows that he knows some martial. He was like leaving out of that martial arts class because
Hmm.
Emil can fight. I'm not
Yeah.
sure much about Amuro because Amuro didn't really. I mean, he did fight like that Federation officer,
Mm.
and later had a sword fight with Char,
Yeah.
but he's not really much of a fighter.
Yeah, and like Camille can take a throughout the show, the man can take a beating, absolutely.
Oh, quite.
Well,
Both physically and
mentally.
mentally,
Oh no. And
unfortunately.
yeah, like with Amaru, he's like when Bright first slapped him, he's like, "My daddy never hits me. I've never been hit by my dad."
And that's pretty much Bright said, like, oh, that's why you're like so soft.
Yeah.
You never like face any consequences.
Hmm. And Camille, uh, he willing to
I mean,
fight.
he can take a hit.
Yeah, he could take a hit.
I mean, especially like he just gets so outraged from like him being mistaken that of his gender.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure the episode might end off with Char and his little minions, goons, successfully stealing one of the Gundam Mark IIs.
Spider laser and open the, yeah, and they spider laser to blow an opening at the side of the colony.
Oh yeah,
That's how it is.
to have their escape.
Yeah, yeah.
And I believe the next episode ends with Camille getting kind of like stuck. And I think the explosion, I think it might have happened like during with what do you call it? I don't know if they were at a Titan's base or something, but the explosion was one of the reasons why Camille like escaped because he just
Yeah.
punched it out of that one security guard.
Mm.
And then he stole. This is also a pretty common Gundam trope, especially with Seed, that Camille steals a Gundam.
Yeah.
And I believe the first episode does show him like using some like little mobile suits, so he does have some experience
Yeah.
with piloting mobile suit. But him, that was a real deal, and he mostly did it just to mess around with the Titans officer and just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna do my own thing. Screw you guys.
Yeah. And and like it surprised me because I was like, oh yeah, Camille's gonna like fight the Ague, because like me being ignorant, like thought like, oh, the Titans, yeah, sure, they're like terrible people, but they're with the Earth Federation. That's what the white base was
You
with, right?
know, not everyone in the Earth Federation was the heroes, or
Yeah.
were the heroes.
Hmm.
And especially like Camille just said, like, okay, I just want to do my own thing.
Hmm.
But with that, with especially since Char saw it in his own eyes, he says, guy kind of reminds me of Amuro Ray. And he said, and he pretty much just recruits him, saying like, "Hey, do you hate the Titans, boy?" And Camille just pretty much says, "Yeah, I hate the Titans with all my guts." And pretty much he says, "Yeah, we'll come with us. We'll
Yeah.
fighting against these assholes."
Hmm.
And I also believe like Fogg gets kind of left behind, and then Camille's his mom's like, what's the boy doing?"
Yeah, and hell, I'm pretty sure like that's autistic kid. Just it's okay. I'm autistic too. He's relatable, but he like can. I'm pretty sure he heard his mom like yelling out to him because like he obviously like took a glance at her and was like, nah, fuck this, I'm going.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
And little did he know that later on would bite him in the ass.
yeah, yeah. So we can get into episode 3. So like I'm trying to remember. Actually, no. Episode 2. That's when Emma was introduced, and
Yeah, she was at first she was like part of the Titans.
mhm.
And also I believe episode 2 was the first time we see Bright and he gets the shit kicked out of him.
Actually, no. So you actually see Bright for like a split second, like a couple of seconds, just riding a car with somebody in the first
Oh
episode.
yeah.
But you actually get to see him, which was a surprise to me because I was like, oh, hey, little cameos. They're probably going to do this, but nah, Bright's
No.
an
Bright
important
becomes a
character.
big deal.
Yeah, he becomes a big deal. Yeah, and I get a big ass kick in the next episode 2.
Oh yes, unfortunately. And he's like confused as he says, "Wait,
Hmm.
you guys are part of the Titans. You're like you're under the Earth Federation rules."
Yeah,
And these guys say like, "Nah, we're just gonna do our own fucking shit, though.
yeah,
Just to beat the hell out of you."
yeah. Hmm.
And understandably, I think Emma saw like Bright getting his ass kicked, and
Yeah.
he's a little bit horrified. And the
Hmm.
thing um with like Emma Sheen, like she's not really a bad person. She's just serving like the like her orders that the Titans officer give her.
Yeah. Hmm.
And later on, this kind of just influences her to kind of switch sides because the Titans are just they're fucking assholes,
Hmm.
hungry assholes. And we'll
Right.
get more into that later,
Yeah. Oh,
much
God.
much later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, so like they got the AU able to get Camille on their side, and then
Hmm.
episode 3 where um Camille's consequence actually pops up for like joining the AU.
Oh yes, especially with the Titans doing some really messed up things. I'm not sure if it was episode 4 or 5 that they just pretty much had his mom like held hostage.
No, that was episode like when I was just going through, I was like, oh my God, that actually happened this soon. Like even with
I think I
Hong
might have
Kong.
skipped ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like yeah, so episode 3, that's when they captured his mom, and that's where like held them as hostage.
Yeah, and I also believe we get introduced to his dad as well. And I don't remember vaguely that Camille's dad had an affair with another woman.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, no, so like it's actually true. So like I'm skipping a little bit ahead. There's like a like episode 5 where when he was escaping, he was thinking of his girl Margarita.
Oh,
Yeah,
margarita, just
my.
like that drink.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, that is, man. I can't imagine his Camille situation.
Yeah, so like because I'm trying to remember, and this is why I should have like at least like these early episodes because I binged this in like 3, 4. I would say 5 days. 5 days
Yeah,
sounds right. And they put up a capsule, and hell, the episode
yeah.
is called "Inside the Capsule," and they thought it was
Oh
like a
yes,
bomb or
mom.
something. But yeah, it was actually his mom.
And I'm pretty sure like Jared was so petty against Camille, and
Mhm.
especially that I'm pretty sure he heard later on that he stole one of the Gundam Mark IIs
Yeah.
that the AU stole, and he was like, "Well, I'm gonna do something dirty." And I don't remember if Jared shot the capsule,
Yeah, no, it was him who shot the capsule.
and his
Yeah.
just mom just instantly died, and
Yeah.
just, Camille just witnessed something with his own eyes that he could not like turn back time and fix his errors or not realize that yeah, my actions does come with consequences,
Hmm.
which
Yeah.
did traumatize him
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad. I mean, Jared's a piece of shit, but I kind of, I kind of like the guy, even though I popped off
Yeah,
towards
he's a
the end.
big asshole.
Yeah, like
I don't like
he was confused too because like when he shot the capsule, he's like, "Huh, why didn't it explode? What's happening?"
oh
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
why did this just the glass just shatter?
yeah,
I thought there was an explosion.
yeah. But
Oh, that's the
but
worst way of blackmailing you.
yeah. And also in this episode, we got introduced to Lila, like one of the many love interests of Jared.
Yeah, and I if I remember correctly reading from vaguely from the wiki. I haven't
Mm,
watched the show for like more than 5 years, but I still remember a decent amount. But I believe
yeah.
she served the 1 year war as well,
Mhm.
and she's pretty much just kind of a veteran and a little bit older than Jared as well, probably like
Yeah.
a 2 year gap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll get to a little bit more of her later, but
Mm.
oh, yeah.
So, and next episode, because we're making decent progress. We're on episode 4. This is where
Oh,
Emma's the decision. That's when she
oh yeah,
makes a
switching
decision.
sides.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And at first they weren't really like a little bit suspicious of her. Like even Camille like kind of accused her of being a spy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hell, and it's funny too, because like during this episode, so like they what they do with like people trying to defect or whatever, they have their like little own room, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
they have security cameras in there, surveillance cameras. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of fucked up. I'm like, wait, that makes sense. And but like no one bats an eye, not even Camille. It's just something a little that like stood out to me. I was like, oh, okay, that makes it. I mean, it makes sense though. You know, yeah,
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure how Char accepted her so quickly,
mm.
but I'm pretty sure he's like, okay, well,
Yeah, I
do
think
what you
the
want.
yeah because I think the reason why is because I think that same episode where his mom died, well, killed. um,
Yep.
um, they were sent a letter, yeah, for the hostage. Like they
Hmm.
said, like yeah, we're holding Camille's both their parents and hostage. And so like and this also is the episode where they took Camille and his father in prison.
Oh
They
yeah,
took
that
but
is
yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah, they took the Mark II back
Yeah, one of
from
the Mark
Agate.
II backs.
Yeah. And of course like and of course this is very infamous this very very iconic trope of people escaping.
Yep. Without them knowing that
Well, I
much.
thought that way. Like, yeah, open the hatch. Oh, okay. So, so, so yeah, like, this was the episode where she like decided, like, yeah, fuck the Titans. I'm going with the AU, and was able to get Camille and his father back to the AU base.
Yeah, that is yeah, the Artemis ship.
Argument. There we go. Yeah.
And I'm not sure when does Bright join the argument as well. Might have been a little bit. I know it's in the beginning for sure though.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's a little bit later, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, and I don't remember the context how you know Bright working with someone that he was fighting against during the 1 year war. I forgot like his reaction, but we'll get to that whenever that event happens.
Yeah. So another important episode because this is where Camille actually becomes a full-fledged orphan, full time. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, so
Because
like,
his dad dies in a dumb death, if I remember correctly.
yeah, because um, impressively, well, actually, no, I kind of like this escape from the father. So, of course, like Camille's dad, he's not like paying attention to him. He's like, "Oh wow, look at this Rick Diaz," or he was looking at
Yeah.
some mobile suit.
Hmm.
And then later on, while the workers are doing repairs, like he hold them hostage, so he was able to escape. He actually killed the guy. He just sent him to
Oh yeah.
space.
Yeah, he's pretty metal as fuck.
Yeah,
He wants to like return with his his
yeah,
other
yeah. His
likeness.
favorite, his favorite drink, margarita.
Yeah, more than his actual child.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if the Titans like noticed that there's some activity going on when he escaped. Or I don't think they were around, but I just don't remember how he died.
So I remember, I'm trying to remember who shot him down. So like, there was a confrontation. So like, they came back because I think they noticed that like Franklin was coming back, or they probably didn't even know. Again, it's been a
Weird names.
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And while he was fighting his own son, um, who shut him down?
Let me see.
Yeah,
Really, really quick, because I forgot about that detail.
moment
Let
they
me.
fire upon. Because yeah, he stole the Rick Diaz, managed to bail out
Yeah,
the
that's
cop and float over.
Franklin Beaton.
Oh, like
How old? Oh, he's a pretty old guy. Oh, he even fired his own son.
yeah.
But he tends to escape. Oh, I
It
guess
was just a friendly
his Rick
fire.
Diaz was yeah, his Rick Diaz was damaged, and he just mostly just blew up.
Yeah, I killed him with the shard.
Oh, he died pretty. Yeah, he died really, really quickly. You
Yeah.
know what's the thing about this show compared to like the original series?
Mm.
Well, the original series, the kind of a lot does happen, especially like a lot of older people are dying, and the younger people has to take care of the white base. Especially like you see this one event that happens very early on that um Frobra was like noticing like, oh, Amuro, you're like right over there, and she's chasing towards him, and boom, just some explosion just kills like a lot of people that includes her mother and her grandmother.
Yeah.
And oh god, and even Amuro just slaps her saying like, "Hey, get a grip. You're strong. We gotta like carry on," and something like that.
Yeah.
And afterwards, there wasn't really as many casualties, but Zeta is just full throttle, just
Left and
especially like
right.
not even like you see with there's a team seeing like Frog Browse's mom and
Mm-hmm.
grandmother dying is yes, it is impactful, but we don't really know much about them except for Camille's parents that do have screen time, and we know a little bit more of the conflicts as well between their children and also their marriage as well. So
Yeah.
I think that their deaths are just much more impactful. Even with his dad, like his dad is a real piece of shit,
Yeah.
but like it does hurt.
Mm-hmm. Like
And yeah, it's just really foreshadowing like what's to come next time. And oh boy, it
yeah.
doesn't. This show really does not pull any. It doesn't really hold back sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
And
Absolutely. Like and it sucks for Camille because like all he wanted was like a normal family because I know he said that a couple times during the show, especially with his exchanges with Emma.
yeah,
Like,
I'm pretty sure like his parents were always working.
yeah, and it's like mom just
Which
like too focused on her work, and she didn't care that the father had a
fair.
mistress. Yeah, an affair because like she just
Yeah,
loved her work so much.
which I don't know if it's a commentary with the the Japanese work condition, especially their parents. I don't
Mm,
know if that is a commentary that.
Right.
Tomino is putting some real life like inspiration towards one of the other writers,
Yeah,
but
not only killing people, he's also speaking some truths.
yeah,
Commentary, yeah.
metaphorically speaking,
Yeah.
especially this is for a kids show.
Yeah. No. This show is there's times where like there's some deaths I'm like, whoa, this show is pretty metal.
Yeah, very, very
Like,
metal.
yeah, and like, oh, gas. Like, let's put a gas here. It's not that type of funny gas.
No,
Like
it's like
multiple times too.
gas in a colony.
Hmm.
Oh God. Anyhow, I think those 5 episodes are just
Yeah.
really heavy.
Yeah, and those like definitely set the tone of the show.
Mm. Oh yeah, and then I believe later on, uh, the episodes do give you a little breather,
Oh yeah.
a little bit, but there's still some rough stuff going on,
Mm.
and that leads us to the next episode. I believe when did his father die?
Oh, episode 5 is called Father and Son.
Father and son.
Yeah, the first 5 episodes. So, this one, even though we didn't really introduce these characters, it'll be
Yeah,
common later on. Like Ensign, that's her rank. Rekua.
yeah, that
Rekua.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I started the show, fucking loved her. Later half, hell nah.
she gets too petty, I must say.
Yeah, and bad light on like women. To be honest, I ain't gonna front that.
Okay, so I believe yeah, the next episode is to Earth.
Mm.
And judging from the title name, is that when they? I assume this might have been the fight that they entered through the Earth's atmosphere, or no, maybe they didn't go to Earth yet.
No, because I think this was like referring to like Rekuro going there like as a spy,
Oh yeah,
or was that like a couple episodes later on?
there's just so much that goes on.
Yeah, like because I'm the one who watched the show recently and binged it, but like I'm just emotionally getting impacted by the last 2 episodes. Like,
Oh,
so forgive me.
yeah, in the middle. No, it's fine.
Like I forgetting some stuff.
Um,
But yeah, these are like couple, just yeah. I do think she joined went to Earth, and I think that's they tried to like take her out. Yeah, I think this is actually the episode where they sent Rekurwa to Earth, and this is where they're even trying to explain to Emma because like they still like have some trust issues with her.
oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Oh, okay, it's coming back to me. Like, and this is where we get mentioned of the Titans' previous actions of how they're like illegally gassing people, colonies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that's next in the next episode as well that we see in an mostly an abandoned old
Ye-
colony.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Where they actually went to Earth to show her that. Okay. No. All right. Memories mixed up. Yeah. Because the next episode, episode 7, Escape from Side One. That's where Lila dies.
Oh
And
yeah,
yeah,
Jared's his lover.
yeah. So
And
like,
I'm pretty sure Camille killed her.
yes. Oh, come on. Yeah, Camille's a killer. He's like, violence isn't right, but it solves some problems. I ain't gonna lie. It's
Hey,
got
but it's fair trade from, it's like, okay,
killing his parents. Like,
you killed my mother? Okay, I'm gonna kill your lover as well.
yeah,
You
lovers.
know, as they say in Fullmetal Alchemist, equivalent exchange.
Equivalent exchange, yeah. Yeah, so like this really impacted Jared because like he was learning from her. He was like not only she was like a form of a love interest, she was like a mentor towards him because Jared does he want to be the ruler of the Titans one day, or like he want to
Yeah,
be something else than his current rank.
I think he's lieutenant rank, wasn't he? Maybe around like mid high.
Yeah. of course, like and that's also reminds me of where Lila, she wanted to be a like lead the group for a certain mission, but was declined because like Titans have a higher rank than her, and she's not actually a part of the Titans.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah. Oh yeah, because she's technically Earth Federation.
yeah,
Yeah, and then, well, later on it's more clear that, the Earth Federation does want to distance themselves away, but we'll get more into that later.
yeah. Oh, of course. But yeah, like
Oh yeah, I also believe in the gas colony. Whenever they see the gas colonies, I'm pretty sure they saw some dead bodies as
yes,
well.
that's true too. Like hell, I remember Lila was on space out with a couple other people. It's like, hey, you there? They're trying to like signal this guy, but it turns out it's just a dead body.
Ah, yes, and you
Yeah.
see like rotten flesh.
Hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
This show had some big guts when it was airing on TV.
Oh, absolutely. Like even later on, well, I don't want to get too into it, but like there was also another colony where just recently they got gassed, right? And
Oh.
there's like this little child, and it's like, hey, wake up, and Camille didn't bat an eye. It's like, yeah, he's dead. No,
Oh.
no, no, he's gonna wake up. It's
Oh. A little too late.
yeah, and like that was a big like sticking point for me, but also a point that irked me, not just because they didn't win, it's just how they lost. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. I got some things to say. I got some things to say.
That
It's
is very, very
petty,
true.
petty stuff, but yeah. So yeah, we can go on the episode, but like what I do like, and this is like probably my favorite things because like I know people with Gundam like their favorite things about their show is like, oh, the mechs, yo, they look sick. Which I'm not gonna
I
lie,
mean, yeah.
but me, I'm kind of like a character guy, or like even like when they're visiting Earth, I'm like trying to see how different it is from our world and all that. And there's times
Yeah.
like that
es-
in the different cities and colonies that you
You
visit.
know, what's really great about a lot of Gundam series, especially like from future ones and especially
Hmm.
Universal Century, that they have really great world building that
Hmm.
just it's like very expansive that leads up to like, a lot of expanded lore stuff and just like, there's a lot of colonies. Like, yeah, there's not a dozen, but they're all around the Earth's atmosphere and the moon is also colonized as well in space and the Earth is slowly becoming polluted over
Hmm.
time, and that's why we have the idealities of Char, which spoiler later on, but like he believes that Mother Earth is just polluted too much, and everyone should just move them into space.
Hmm.
And I don't know, I'm not really an expert with world building, but it just feels like it's something that I think what would convince me of the world building if it's a world that I actually want to be. I mean, no matter like even if it's like a terrible place to like be around, I do think like that is pretty good world building if I could think about myself being around there.
Yeah.
And especially being around the Gundam universe, I think it'd be interesting,
Oh
but
yeah.
not fun at the same time. I
Yeah.
think I I think an only anime like world that I would be in is probably a Miyazaki movie, but
Yeah. No, that's it. But like,
eh,
not to cut you off, but like, I want to be in the Gundam world. You know why? Because I wouldn't be a fucking idiot. Cause Jesus, we'll get to him later.
much later,
Much
I
later.
would be a space noid. I
Yeah.
want to be a new type, even though
New
it's not
time.
good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also a thing with the mechanical designs, I also think there a Gundam series should have a strike balance that the mechanical designs should be great and have really great characters.
Hmm.
And there are some series, especially with my feelings with 003, Stardust Memories, that I think the mechanicals it's almost the perfect Gundam series. Amazing animation for
Hmm.
its time, but still looks great. Um, Especially it's 30 years old now. Uh, really good world build. I think there was some good world building that wasn't like tackled with the original shows,
Mm.
and fantastic mobile suit designs that was interestingly done by the one of the mechanical designs of Macross, and he's also the creator.
Mhm.
And the thing that falls really flat for me is just the trash characters that happens. Some bullshit happens like later on in the show that isn't really established. That just, it's okay, especially with one character specifically, but I don't want to give it away.
Right.
But if we have, I don't know if we're going to continue on more with this podcast of tackling Gundam series because there's other podcasts similar to it, like especially like last week. I
Uh,
believe last week I was watching a podcast from the Great Gundam Project. Shout out to them,
yeah.
by the way.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
That they tackle like every Gundam series that they're gonna do. Like they're gonna tackle 2 episodes each week, and
Yo.
and they have a Patreon that you like submit $1, you have access to everything, which
Oh,
I
okay.
it's something I do need to subscribe to, but I'm getting off ahead. But like
Okay.
I think mechanical designs and character designs, I mean not character designs, but just how the characters are written is really important for me.
Yeah.
And with Gundam shows, I mean it's pretty much just a fancy, as much as I don't like to admit it, that is true, but it's basically just for advertising, just to buy Gundam model kits or Gunpla. And
Mm.
I some people may not like them. I love Gunpla, even though they take a lot of freaking space.
Mm.
And no, but it's one of also the main reasons why Gundam series are still thriving, especially after the original show that was canceled and maybe could have been like forgotten through obscurity. But no, thanks to Bandai making Gundam model kits, they just became really popular in the early '80s. And this was back when you had to paint them and put glue on them, and but luckily it just made the series thrive. And then later on we got Zeta that
Mm.
also had like fantastic, probably very complicated mobile suit designs, especially with the Zeta Gundam that transforms, and not even like some like Zeta Gundam model kits that can fully like capture the what do you call it, the transformation with Zeta. But I'm getting
Right.
a little bit ahead with the Zeta Gundam because that's a little bit further ahead. But
Right.
that's my tangent.
Yeah.
Basically, 50-50. Good mechanical design and great written characters. Also great
Absolutely.
world building.
Hmm. Loved its world, and of course, like I might eat my words because there's some places where I don't want to be, like outside the war. Yeah, hell yeah, watch them like, but like there's
In the
times where
battlefield.
yes, there's times where there will be like these mobile suits in your colony just shooting up shit.
Yep, especially just an average person just living there with minding
Hmm.
your own business.
Yeah.
And these probably these mobile suits can either destroy your house, your friends, your family, or worst of all, just kill everyone
Yeah.
from just destroying a colony.
Mm.
And
Insane.
also another horrible thing with new types is, especially later, this is like introduced later on through Zeta.
Mm.
This wasn't really expanded that much in the original show, but especially with Camille, that he feels like every emotion that goes onto the battlefield, and it just kind of drives him insane a bit
Right.
once he becomes like more a fully aware new type. Because in the beginning of the show, he's kind of a weaker new type.
Yeah. And okay, I gotta we can talk about new types because like it was mentioned like towards the end of the
Yeah,
original
show.
show. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But when would we like to like talk about it? Like around when we get introduced to a cyber new type?
Yeah, probably like when we first talk about four.
Okay. Yeah, so actually it's gonna be like so like four's introduction was in episode 17, so we'll get there like soon enough. But the first new type, I think I took this as a note, was episode 14 with Rosamia.
The 14 Rosemi, the
Yeah,
other. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Which, because I forgot about it, like I was like, oh yeah, that's one of Jared's love interests. Because I thought they had the same purple hair, but no, that's a lie.
Yeah, I got kind of confused with his other love interest.
Yeah, because me, I was like, we'll get to there. I was making fan theories. Then it took me a second, like, oh shit, she
Yeah,
didn't die.
I'm pretty sure. I also think Jared's other lover later on, she's also technically a new type, but
Yeah.
she's with the Titans. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
what's
Uh,
her name? It is what's his? Oh my gosh, yeah, Gundam character's got stupid name, Moreau. I don't even know what to
yeah.
pronounce.
Wait, was she technically a new type?
She's technically a new type.
Oh shit, I'm dumb. Okay, well, yeah, that's why I put a question mark. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, well, yeah,
Oh,
she'll be introduced real soon, actually. But like episode 8, I think, yeah, Dark Side of the Moon. This is where like it was towards the end where we got introduced to Wong Li.
we'll
Uh,
talk about him shortly.
yeah. Like hell, I'm not even going to bother with talking about him in this episode. We'll talk about episode 9, the highlight.
I believe this is also one of the big fights that they had in the moon colony. That there's
Hmm.
just a big mobile suit fight.
Yeah.
And I forgot where were they? Were they going to the moon to have like meet up with like some mobile suit manufacturers?
Yes. The
I believe it
Anaheim.
was with Anaheim. Yeah,
Yeah,
Anaheim.
Anaheim. Yeah. And that's where where that towards the end, like me Mongoli. But this was also an episode where they were ambushed by Jared's best friend. It's not his first
Oh,
introduction, but
yeah.
Capricorn.
Yeah. You know, I want to get a little bit off the tangent, but for anyone who's randomly listened to this or not really familiar with Gundam, that like you listen to spoilers, like okay, I don't care about Gundam, I'm gonna listen to spoilers. Um, a lot of Gundam series got stupid names, but you'll see much more later on, Zeke.
Oh, oh, it gets worse.
It gets
I mean, some of these
it's
are
bad in the
charming.
original show. It's bad in the original show and in Zeta, but like after like once Yoshiyuki Tomino stopped like directing Gundam series, they still kept to the tradition of naming stupid characters with stupid names. Like I remember in Double O, this is like one of the recent Gundam series that came out like 13 years ago, but they have
Mhm.
the stupidest name I've heard in the Gundam series. That her name is Revive Revival.
What?
Anyhow, anyhow, with Kakakorn. The dude is like 26 and he's bald and he gets his ass beat or shot down by Camille, which does
Yeah.
bring Camille to the kill count of
Mm?
killing Jared's friends down to
Yeah.
two.
Yeah. Down to 2. Yeah.
Especially
That.
the also the episode, a little bit the episode before when we talked about Escape from Side One. I believe Camille just kills Jared's love interest. So damn,
Mhm.
just back
Yeah.
to back.
Yeah.
And I believe the Titans were, I don't know if they were stalking them or they just kind of ran each other by coincidence.
In this episode,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Like all I know is like this is not where the episode where Capricorn actually dies. This is like when what you
Oh, yeah,
call
you're
it?
right.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's a little
yeah.
bit after.
Yeah. Because like yeah, this is I should have remembered. Okay, so like when Capricorn dies, that was episode 11. That's when they're like falling down to the Earth's surface, and that's
Oh, wait, they
was
were
to
hitting, yeah.
protect Rekua.
Hmm.
But this was like the one where like Capricorn like shoots. I think he tried to shoot Camille, and he got saved by Haru.
Oh,
Haro,
Haro?
Haro, Haro,
Oh,
Haro.
yeah. Oh, yeah. They weren't fighting with mobile suits, right?
No,
It
they're
was
on
like,
ground. Yeah,
just, yeah, ground to ground combat.
yeah.
And
On the moon, I think. Yeah.
also reading up the wiki, because I forgot about the detail, but I would remember it if you told me about it. But like, Char. Oh, this is also the episode where Char goes to a fast food restaurant called McDaniel, and he goes to the back room. Like I think I don't know if it's some secret code, but he just pretty much just I guess in the back room that he just meets up with the Anaheim engineers.
Yeah, I think that was part of the episode. Yeah, so
Yeah,
dumb.
but the I
That was
think
the
this is
name
also
of the
one of the
burger place.
yeah McDaniel, which is carrying on the tradition with anime that
Yeah.
they have parody names for McDonald's just to avoid the
Yes.
copyright. Which
Nice.
I find it, if this is off topic, but I find it really funny that now with the recent Gundam movie, they actually do feature like a fast food chain from the Philippines,
Fucking space
Jollibee.
McDonald's. Oh, Jollibees, yo, space Jollibees.
Actually Jollibee's, because the most of the movie does happen in the Philippines. Anyhow, that's much further ahead.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, that's.
But yeah, and I think almost at the end of the episode, that's when Quattro or Char meets Mr. Wong Lee,
Mhm. Yep. That's
which they do talk about like their plans just to attack or head to like descend towards Jaburo in around the Amazons. And yeah, that's where we meet Mr. Wong Lee, and that probably brings us to the next episode.
Yep.
There's probably more that happens, but that's all
Yeah.
I can vaguely remember.
Same. It's not like one of those like super action pack because like the sticking point was like seeing Haro. I guess I totally forgot about McDaniel's
Yeah,
and
and I don't know if the
Haro.
Haro is an abandoned Haro from the 1 Year War, or because Amuro built Haro.
Yeah.
And then later on, like there's even more horrors in Universal Century, so I'm not sure if that's the same horror.
Yeah. So like they mentioned like even Camille like later on like hey is that the original Haro and he's like oh no this thing had always been programmed to say no Bright mentioned like is that the original Haro. Camille said
Yeah,
no that's they're programmed to say like Bright Commander Bright's and Armoro's name. So I guess like the whole 1 year war like merchandise. There's like they're merchandising Haro. Like, yeah, get your own Haro, the same
I hope
one.
I hope
Or
Amuro did get his his royalties.
hell, how would he get that mansion? I mean, there's probably other reasons why he got it, but
War hero.
or hero. Yeah, so like okay, yeah. This is why you should always have a Wikipedia, or don't be like a dumbass and like me and forget everything in the beginning of the
That's
show.
all good.
Yeah, so like this is one of Rekuro's like they're planning on sending her to Jabaro, which was an
Hmm.
original show. Thank you for reminding me when we were talking
Yep.
earlier. Yeah, yeah. And this is where also the same episode where Camille gets his ass. Could I be wrong though?
I think that's might be the next episode.
Fuck me, no! I thought I got the name. Yeah.
Close. Very, very
Okay.
close
Very
though.
close. Oh, damn! I was getting hyped. All right. All right. I'll hold my
We'll on to
erection.
episode 9 though, but you can like talk about it
Yeah. 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 Like, by any chance, you know what goes on?
in episode 9.
Yeah, because like this is where we actually get to see Kai, right?
Oh yeah, Kai was like around. I think he was around Jaburo. I think
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because I think after the 1 Year War, he just becomes a journalist
Hmm.
or freelance journalist, and I don't know if he runs into Requa.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So what happened was Rekura was getting arrested by the Titans or whatever
Oh
in the
yeah.
woods. Like, hey, what are you doing here and all that? And Kai came up, knocked the guy out, grabbed his gun, and like helped her escape from them in the jungle, in Jabaro.
Yeah, and then later on they do get arrested though.
Yeah,
And then that's why that's like later on that's the reason why they said, "Okay, let's go immediately now that we planned it out."
yeah, yeah. Okay.
And then we can go to the very, very big highlight of this episode. That's maybe very infamous for the casual Gundam fans or even the hardcore Zeta fans that they can. think that it's pretty funny how what Wong Lee did to Camille,
Mm.
that that the audience learns that, Wong Lee is an engineer at Anaheim, but he can whoop some ass. He's a martial artist, and I believe you told me earlier the context he gave him why he started beating the hell out of Camille when you first saw him was
Mm-hmm.
like he was probably late and
Yeah.
he was being
Ugh.
arrogant, and Camille thought like, hey, don't think you're all hot stuff, and he says like, no, you're just being arrogant. Shut the hell up, kid.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
trips him over, punches him, and damn, Wong Lee got hands.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, like me with all of my favorite gifs, it's just like violence isn't right. Ugh,
His
kicked out.
stomach.
I love violence.
Especially for this show.
Yeah.
And pretty much afterwards, I'm pretty sure Camille ends up in like I believe he ends up in the locker room as well after he gets like his ass kicked.
Yeah. You
And that's where we also I don't know if this is the episode we get the infamous line that I don't know if it's in the English dub that he
Oh,
says like
I'm a stubborn. I had to watch the dub. Well, like I mean, I could have watched the subbed on my own time, but I prefer watching some shows during work because I work
hmm
at home. So I watched the dub, but I also put on the subtitles so I'm able to see what localization changes they have. Some I
yeah.
like, some I didn't like. So overall, decent dub. But I it, they said Camille said, "Oh, I'm a stubborn child." So autistic and stubborn equals the same. Thank you
Hmm.
guys.
Yeah, so it's nothing lost in translation.
Yeah,
And he was talking about this towards Char, well, Quattro and uh a machine. And mm, you know, yeah, especially this is like the second series of the Gundam series that he just says something like that. It's like, damn, well, um, that is quite interesting for a protagonist.
all right.
Because
Yeah,
in some other media, I'm not sure if it's like very negative, but with the Rain Man, I guess it's more like I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of tangent I'm saying, but Camille, I guess from your experiences, he does feel very relatable once he said that.
yeah. Because like I always thought it was like just a meme. There's no way this kid's autistic, but there's a lot of elements of him being a high functioning, which that's what I grew up as, high functioning autistic kid.
Yeah,
Asperger's. That's what they call it.
yeah, because he gets like very angry easily
Easily and like
and doesn't think much, like doesn't think too much ahead, or
mm,
no, from like what's going on like really quickly.
yeah, and like he's not really well known to like actually express his feelings.
Yeah, which we do see later on, but yeah. And then there's also the I think this is also the line of Char saying like, oh, if you want to stop getting hit, then don't get hit.
Yeah, just don't get it. Yeah,
Which, that's a pretty good fighting game mentality. You just don't
yeah,
want to get, yeah, exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Good defense.
Good defense and block.
Or like, yeah,
Don't.
stop screwing up.
Yeah, stop getting corrected. And there are some major corrections in this
Exactly.
show. Yeah.
Oh, and also reading from this wiki, this is also the episode when Char gets his dedicated mobile suit.
Ah, the
The
haiku shiki.
Hyakushiki.
Thank you
Yeah.
for saying
The
it
golden
right.
the golden Gundam that's not a Gundam, but is a
Yeah,
Gundam.
yeah, it's pretty clean. I actually like it. Like, especially during the show, it's like, damn, this thing's bright as fuck.
Yeah, especially with the Japanese kanji as well on the shoulders. It really stands out. And
I never noticed.
yeah, because
Holy
it does
shit.
say I from my very limited
Huh.
knowledge of Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like super knowledgeable or
Hmm.
like enough to be like the white guy teaching some Japanese kids and living a miserable life in Japan. But yeah, Hyakushiki, I think Hyaku means 100.
Oh,
And I don't
okay.
remember what. No, damn it. I'm pretty sure Yukaku means 100, but someone someone in the YouTube comments can probably correct me if once this video gets uploaded on YouTube.
Yeah,
But and another interesting fact, apparently Hyakushiki was one of the ideas for being the lead mobile suit for like Camille,
mm,
that he pretty much switches the Mark II for the Zeta, but instead it was supposed to be Hyakushiki. And and once the Zeta was, because I think there was a competition between the mechanical designers to say, okay, which which Gundam mobile suit will be the lead mobile suit later on the show, and it was like the Hyakushiki, some other rejected design, the Zeta, and I think because there's like two mechanical designers. There's Kuniko Okuwara that did the mechanical designs for the original Gundam show, which
mhm,
is, he created the Granddaddy Gundam. That's very popular. And there's also a guy named Kazumi Fujita, and I think Kazumi Fujita probably had the Zeta redesign. I'll probably check a little bit later, but um, yeah, pretty much, the Hyakushiki was chosen for. Well, the only reason why it was chosen just to not be rejected completely is like saying Yoshiyuki Tomino saying, I like the design. Let's just keep this in the show. And that's why we got that gold and sexy mobile suit.
yeah. I'm a big
Especially with
fan
the
of it.
visor as well.
Hmm.
It's just like very like, especially with the one of the Gundam model kits I have of it, it there's like sticker options of choosing like what the visors we want, like the plain like red and black, or like kind of like transitioning to like a solid color that's just a bunch of lines. But that's really cool. Anyhow, I got a little bit carried away with the Yakushiki, but Char got. But I'm just gonna say this Char does have a lot of good taste in mobile suits.
Yeah,
Let's just say that.
yeah, and always red too.
Well,
Uh,
but this one's golden.
yeah,
But
it's golden.
maybe I don't know if it's to symbolize him just distancing himself away from the Xeon roots. But watch
Fucking
later on.
deep.
Well, later on, maybe not so much.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
So let's go on to the next episode. Episode 9. Oh, 10. Oh shit.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
reunion.
yeah, reunion, and this is where um all I know is for sure Pa. I mean, even from the title
Yeah,
and
that
like
implies.
yeah, it's like it finally get to see Fa. It feels like a
I
long
forgot
time.
why. I forgot why she get joins Argama, the
So
AU.
like either help out see Camille, but I know she broke down the news that her mother was captured or killed, right?
Oh. Oh
Yeah,
no. Okay, reading from the wiki, apparently the Bass guy, the guy
mhm,
with the goggles,
yeah,
the guy with the goggles, um took
yeah.
he took their parents as a prisoner.
Yeah, because of the relationship with Camille. Again, it's a
Yeah,
further.
unfortunately,
Yeah,
Titans are bastards.
they're bastards. Yeah, just like not just being petty, just like
We're gonna get your friends too.
yeah, 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 like all the little consequences. Well, not little, like stealing.
But they're just being very, very petty though.
Yeah, of course, Camille like fucking mad as fuck, and also like even though what you call it. I have to ask, so because my knowledge of mobile suits are very limited. So like the petite mobile suit, is that like that those are for kids, right?
The Fatigue mobile suit?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like
Which one was it? The
it was because I remember in the show Wong Lee was actually helping out,
Oh
and he was
yeah.
the
I
junior.
think that mobile suit,
That's
but
new.
yes, I think that's the type of mobile suit that's used for like space construction and stuff,
Oh, gotcha.
or like some other stuff. But and also, yeah, I think what I meant that's what I mentioned earlier with Camille's experience, how he knows how to use a mobile suit.
Mm-hmm. It's his own little own one.
Yeah, I forgot he used that he helped Camille.
Yeah.
And that's surprising because we thought like, okay, this guy hates Camille's guts.
Mm-hmm.
But no, maybe deep down he does care.
Yeah, because there's actually one scene because like Wong Lee's a little shit, even though he gave me one of my favorite moments where beating the shit out of the Camille. But there's like little moments later on where like there's kids on board and they're just staring at Wong Lee buying soda, and like he actually like got the soda for the kids, like yeah, say please or some
Yeah.
shit like that. It's like
You know,
oh, he has a sweet side.
his action does speak louder than words.
Yeah, and of course there's other little things of him being also being a, just called because like he called Camille like a ignorant little child, like
Mm.
acting like a kid and all that. Like there's times where Wong Lee is acting like a fucking child, impatient and shit.
Oh, parallels. That's
Yeah,
pretty good
parallels.
parallelism.
Yeah.
Which is also, you know, I keep on mentioning Yoshiyuki Tomino a lot, but you know, he did write the show, but maybe it's his signal that he does hate the adults that are always wrong,
Right.
which is a common theme with a lot of his shows.
Yeah, because there are times like even with like a lot of the younger Kaz, like later on Kaz will make an appearance. That's much late. Actually, maybe sooner than you
A
think.
little bit shortly.
Yeah. Where it's like, oh, I guess I'll do it the adult way, like criticizing one of the higher ups, their actions or their like decisions. It seems like illogical or
He does have a
just like
point though.
oh yeah, absolutely. There's times where I agree with these kids that seems like they know what they're doing compared to the higher ups of the adults.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
And
it's,
I
oh,
think
gone.
that's most of the episode with reunion.
Yeah. Because like,
Kind of like that nasty blackmail and
oh,
you know,
actually,
multi repairs. What's up?
but no, I actually remember this was episode where we actually get one of the main antagonists of the show, Shirako.
Oh yeah, Shirako.
Yeah, I
Yeah, that
totally forgot
he
because
becomes a much bigger deal, but man.
yeah, because it's like oh, the man from Jupiter. I was like oh, okay, but
Yeah,
apparently he becomes a big
yeah.
deal. I totally forgot about that.
Honestly, like when I first watched it, like I didn't like pay attention to that detail, and then
Mhm.
once he becomes like an antagonist, I was like, oh, who the hell is this guy? He
Yeah.
kind of came out of nowhere. But
Yeah.
no, if you actually pay attention, he's like, you know, it's
Hmm.
introduced a bit.
Yeah, because like they also they keep mentioning like, oh, he's the man from
Yeah,
Jupiter, and he stands
yeah,
out
they
with
hype him a
his
lot.
purple
He's
hair.
a very powerful new type and charismatic. Probably the more extreme version of Char to some degree during the
Yeah,
Metal Gear
yeah,
War.
yeah, yeah. Because like you told me, there's like the Gundam trope, like, oh, we gotta have our Char character, and
Yeah,
I guess
kind of.
kind of, yeah.
I mean, he
Char
doesn't
clone.
really fill that trope. Well, yes. Mm,
Like,
you know,
like,
When you
oh,
watch
go,
Char's counterattack, you'll probably know. But like with
yeah,
Char and with younger women or
mm,
ladies,
yeah,
and Shirako, like later, yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves. But Shirako does have like a lot of younger ladies,
hmm
and I don't know if this is intentional. With when I mentioned earlier
yeah,
that the name the Tomino's naming with German cars because back in the 70s and 80s there was a car Volkswagen Scirocco. I don't know if that's also the inspiration for that name.
you could be right. I mean, like,
I don't know. I don't know if it's
Volkswagen
intentional.
Chicago. So
Yes.
like, um, you're
I
probably right. I mean, is
I
there a
don't know
guy
if
named Shirako?
yeah, in the car there's also a car named, I don't know if that's the influence. If I ever had the chance to like interview Tomino, this is probably like a million chance, but I would ask him in Zeta, is it intentional that you named Scirocco and Quattro after those German cars?
Mhm.
But who knows? My guess is as good as I am, or I just know too many cars.
Yeah, yeah, uh, yeah, too many cars. Yeah, so let's go to episode 11. Did I write notes on this? Oh, yeah. So this is where they're visiting like, the assumed base of, right, the Titans, right?
Right?
Of an, Jaburo. Jaburo? Every time I keep saying that word, it's something different. Yeah, so, this is actually like where we get like a lot of information from some of the other characters. Like, oh, another thing we forgot to mention a couple days ago. I think it was in Reunion. I think that's where we see Captain Bright. Right? He
In that
joined up.
episode.
Yeah, because like in this, at least from the wiki. Again, I really wish I watched these like at least like fast forward through these episodes recently.
I
But
wish I rewatched them, but I think I'll probably forget some other stuff.
oh yeah, no, it happens. I like on go on another tangent. Now I was with my baby cousin, my little cousin I haven't seen in like years, and I was busy playing games with him. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till this fucker goes to sleep. Mm-mm. He stayed up till 4 o'clock, and he's only like 10 years old. I'm like, dude, I got stuff
He's
to do.
insane.
It's impressive.
He's
Yeah,
already committing the young adult mistake.
it's insane. Yeah. But yeah, because like at least in this wiki article, it was like oh yeah, no, this is where Haken, the guy who wants to get into Emma's pants,
Oh yeah, later
um
on.
yeah,
Yeah,
appointed Bright as captain. And this is where we learned that Bright has some kids that are still on Earth.
oh yeah, and his wife Mirai.
Yeah.
And they get some screen time later on, especially that they lived in Hong Kong for a while.
Yeah.
And I know I'm getting up very ahead of myself, but
Oh, it's all good. We're rambling.
Universal Century is so interconnected. But later on, hold on, my dog's barking. Apologies. Um, we do see like one of Bright's kids, half away that he does get involved with some other series, and especially he recently, that movie, the recent Gundam movie, he started rebelling against his the Earth Federation when he's an adult. But in this show, we just see him as a little 7-year-old boy.
Oh, you're talking about Hathaway. Yeah,
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 half
yeah.
away, a little half away.
Yeah, so
That
I don't know shit. I just glanced. I was like, "Oh, hey, he's grown up, has his own movie." Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
but not exactly the hero type, the typical
yeah.
hero type. But
Huh.
in Char's Counterattack, you do see him, him being 13 years old and doing some stuff. But this is where we see him as a little boy, a little innocent boy, and
Yeah.
even like later, I don't know if in Double Zeta he says this, but like he pretty much says like, "I'm glad my kids are not that rebellious." Well, yeah, about that.
Wow. Wow. So are you telling me again, well, it's not too far where we actually get to see the kids and Bright's wife, Mariah. Um
Yeah.
it's one of those Titans are fucked up taking people as hostage, but there's a time
hmm
where Halfway could have died as a kid. Are you telling me we should have let him drown? Should Amuro, the man with the new type, could probably see the fucking future and let the kid die?
you
For the
know,
best? Is it for the best?
I don't know. I mean, whether you think of him rebelling against his father is a good or bad thing,
Yeah,
that's all up to your personal views of him. But yeah, that's pretty crazy
yeah.
that they just held him as hostages, and they're so freaking petty. They
Mm,
said like, okay, you mess with me, all right, what's your family? What are your friends?
yeah, these are friends. Like, we know everything. We got you. Yeah.
Uh, and I'm pretty sure they also had a fight that they were entering through the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah. Um,
And this is different from the original like show that they had like a fight early on that they're entering the Earth's atmosphere
mm,
because some years have passed and they actually figured out, hey, you know how we can safely bring mobile suits into the Earth's atmosphere so they won't get toasted? They just had like a little I forgot what it was. It was like a little cushion thing that they could
yeah.
just like rest their mobile suit with, and
Mm,
they do all the hard work for themselves
mm,
for them. But in compared to the other show, we see that Zaku pilot like trying to get the Gundam, and pretty much he just turned into just a fried chicken.
Yeah, and
And
that.
even said like, Char, help me. It's like, sorry, I can't do much, dude.
Mm,
And since the Gundam is like prototype, he just has a lot of privileges.
mm,
But yeah, that's a pretty good detail. Good detail that I did not remember for the original show that they kind of shows you that technology has advanced a lot in
yeah.
Zeta.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so and this is how it shows like some of the Titans, like how that could have been Jared, like his friend Capricorn, the aging 25-year-old, 25, 26-year-old, um was trying to kill Camille, just but like he's like too far down the atmosphere, and Camille's destroyed the platoon, or like whatever, the balloon cushion, and
Yeah, I think it's called. I don't remember what it's called, but that does become an important uh feature that they use in later
yeah.
Gundam series. They use the same technology. But hey, it does save the life of the
Wow,
pilot.
technology.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Yeah, yeah. Let's go to the Winds of Jaburo.
Oh yeah, that's when they have that big, big, big fight at
Yeah.
Jaburo. And they're mostly there to rescue, I believe, I don't remember the episode when Rekua and Kai were trapped in the prison or trying to get like Bright's wife and kids. Maybe it's both. Yeah, Wings of Jaburo.
Yeah, no. So like, I remember later down the episode, it was like, or was it later on, where he gave Bright gave instructions or whatever, like tell Quattro where his wife is, like draw him a map or something, right?
Yeah. Which
Or was that
it
later
does make
on?
sense why he, joins up with AU just to get his kids back and his
Yeah,
wife safely.
yeah, because like they can possibly hold
Yeah.
him, yeah, them
Yeah.
hostage, which they do
Which
later
yeah.
on.
Yeah, and both Ayuk and Bright, they do have the same goals of getting Rekua back and
Mhm.
get the kids back.
Right.
And this is also the big fight that just Jared has against Emil as well once they learn the Earth's atmosphere. And this is also the episode when this is probably the first time that Camille has fought like using a mobile suit on Earth,
Yeah,
which is much different than space.
yeah.
Because of like
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
gravity weighs down your soul.
But yeah, so like I'm trying to remember because I missed this. Like I sort of remember what I mean, I do remember watching all these episodes, but forgetting some details.
It's just
But
yeah, a lot of
I
things happen.
do think I failed to remember when Kai and Rekuro actually got like captured.
Hmm. Yeah,
All
that's one thing that I remember.
yeah, like I sort of forgot, but I remember
But I think there was
the
threatening to kill them though.
yeah, because I remember the reason kind of why they got captured, because they were trying to signal them that like they're trying to send the Wrecker is trying to signal the Aegu that like, yo, their base is not here or something like that.
Yeah,
It
that
was
makes
somewhere
sense.
else, yeah, because like here they decided like, oh yeah, we're done with this, so they set bombs. They set this place to be nuked.
Oh, yeah, they really love nukes, don't they?
And like over dramatic, but like this is where we actually get to see Camille's like, new type abilities, like getting
Yeah,
like much more stronger. And she was
yeah.
Camille, oh, I almost called Camille a girl. Camille was able to locate Rekura and Kai and help them escape.
Yeah. And that's a good thing they accomplished their goals, or else it would have been a bad casualty.
Yeah, that was
Very
like
terrible casting.
really because like this like oh yeah it's set to destroy in 30 minutes and like so much shit's happened so fast and like of course this is where we actually get to meet one of Jared's other love
Wait,
interest slash victim.
yeah, Mora, or however you pronounce her name.
Yeah, Mora Farah. Mora
Yeah,
more Farah.
dumb
More
name.
it's pretty dumb.
Or I also read to mention, but the other dumb name that Gundam has
Yeah,
is this
say
guy in
it.
the original show named Job John.
Oh, I
What
actually
the
no, I
fuck, dude?
do remember. Yeah.
It's like, come on, that's also a dumb one. Anyhow,
Oh, and explain
yeah,
Emma's name. Your favorite girl. One of your favorites.
yeah. Emma's name, Emma
Yeah,
Sheen. That's a good pun.
yeah. And machine, and
Mach-
machine, and machine. So I
Machine.
felt so fucking dumb when you told me that. I'm like, oh,
I
okay.
didn't know about that for 5 years, so you're good on that.
I'm good. All right. It's really
I
good.
didn't think about it.
But
Yeah, but
yeah,
this, yeah, definitely Wings of Jabura episode was very. I remember being very action packed.
yeah, and yeah, it is like pissed me off too because like Jared's like yeah, because like after his mobile suit got destroyed, he's like all right, fuck this, I gotta get out of here, and
Yeah,
and the
it
only
does get pissed at him.
and the only reason why they were able to know that the what the whole city the whole the Jaburo was gonna blow up was because they took a guy captured and it was like yo man you got to get us out of here. Um, this place is about to destroy, be exploded in like 30 more minutes.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Those
also,
Titans are like really idiots,
mhm.
aren't they?
Yeah, not only that too, we are also able to see a pilot, a returning character. He's nice and big and a little bit taller. Actually, no, I think
Nice and
he's
big,
so
huh?
short. Yeah, Hayato.
Yeah, Hayato. Yeah,
Yeah,
he is a lot wider and bigger. I
yeah.
think that's the next episode though, or I don't
Uh,
remember.
no, so like, I remember it was like towards the end. It was like after
Oh yeah, you're
the
right.
explosion. Yeah, where they ate. Wait, what was what's their ship called? The Algama?
The
Agama.
Artemis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Agama. Yeah. So yeah.
yeah, you're right. Hayato does show up, and compared to how he was in the original show, he was very he looks like a weird child, and he's very short. And now he's
Like
like still short, but he's like more older and fatter.
yeah. Is that the consequence of being an old type?
Maybe, yeah, that is consequence of being old type. But hey, at least he's helping the allies again.
Yeah.
And that's also unexpected because Hayato worked against like trying to defeat Char, and now he's like working for him,
Hmm.
which is pretty crazy. I never seen a series, this is very off topic. I never seen a series that like the main antagonist of like the first, well, he Char wasn't really the main antagonist, but he was like one of the antagonists
Yeah.
that is like that we later find out he does his own stuff, like he has his own goals, and he's not really a Xeon loyalist, but now he's like now everyone in the Earth Federation who is in White Base now they're working along with Char that they have the same goals to crush down the Titans.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
I do like that. It's just like
that's
yeah, I'm not being bad for bad sake. I'm doing this for my own intentions. Like
yeah,
I'll join any people who will like have similar goals with me.
yeah, and I guess it does show, and also I guess it does show that they're a lot older and they were probably in a bad situation that they didn't want to be in anyways.
Hmm.
So maybe they have like the better understanding between each other,
Right.
which does happen in the next episode. I believe that's when Amuro gets a bigger deal or a bigger role. No, no, I think no, I'm a little bit ahead of myself, but I think
Yeah.
that's the
No, it's
next episode
coming.
that we.
Yeah. It's coming up soon. I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember
very
what
soon.
happened. So like, Roberto dies.
Oh yeah,
If anyone remembers him.
Roberto.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. I remember his name being Vega or something. Okay. Yeah, Ricardo Vega. Nice. But I don't remember much of him. I remember him just writing a Rick Diaz. at the beginning of
Yeah.
the show.
Say the guy's name. Roberto and who else? Yeah, Ricardo Very. Yeah, that's his real name.
Um, but actually, I do think this is actually the episode where we because like we're able to see like Amuro making like a small appearance, like seeing like I found out he likes
Yeah.
tea and all that. Got his own mansion. You know?
Yeah, though we do kind of find a sad realization that, Amro may be living the luxurious lifestyle, but he's actually under house arrest.
Yeah,
And I believe, I don't know if it was explained in the shows that he knew that like his housekeepers are actually like Federation spies keeping up on him because he's mainly under house arrest because the Earth Federation's afraid of like the new type of abilities Amuro has, and he's possibly a threat.
yeah,
So that is very sad that he's just like, yeah, he lives a very comfortable life, but at the same time, he doesn't have his own freedom that he had before he was
yeah.
involved in the 1 Year War.
Yeah, and like yeah, like it's a nice life. Like sure, you get monitored, but you got yourself you got maids, you got butlers and shit. But like
Yeah.
he feels free when he's in space doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, and
Well,
I
not
believe he
everything he
does
wants.
have his hobby of like piloting aircrafts.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's also when Frau shows up, and
yeah,
we learn that Frau, uh, she hooked up with Hayato. Now she's
yeah,
I believe they're married and they're expecting their own kids soon. And the
yeah,
kids that were in the white base, they kind of grown up a bit. And unfortunately, that's also maybe that's the episode that introduces the people of Kaz. Kaz
yeah,
being a bigger deal.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
surprising with Kaz, he does know how to use pilot aircrafts
yeah,
for a 12, 13 or 12-year-old kid.
yeah. Damn, he's that young. I
Yeah,
guess that makes sense because like that makes sense because like they were like 5, 6 year olds
on the white
on the
base.
white
Yeah,
base, yeah, yeah. And it's just very interesting because like I mean just like oh my dad, it's like no you guys grew up with him, you don't need to call him dad, but
yeah, pretty
adopted, it makes
much.
sense. I don't know, it felt kind of weird, but it's understandable, and yeah, Hayato's your dad.
Yeah,
But
and I'm not sure there's another tangent with like Amuro not hooking with Fra because in the original show, like Amuro doesn't, like, Fra does really like Amuro a bit, I guess romantically, but obviously Amuro doesn't really share any feelings with her other
yeah,
than just being her childhood friend.
mm,
I don't know with some people that the shipping people that gets mad like that's so disappointing that Amuro does never hits up with her and
yeah,
Hayato just like takes surprise. And
yeah,
it's funny because Hayato was very jealous of Amuro getting
yeah,
all the new types
yeah.
of Gundam.
It's funny too
And
because go, I'll let you go
no,
continue.
the last thing I was gonna say, well, maybe Amuro may have won some battles, but he did not win the war because Hayato did take the girl,
Yeah, that's funny.
the childhood friend.
Yeah, because like I'll give the OG show this too. Like there was like I see Hayato short ass just like like they zoomed in on them. They're just chatting, laughing with each other, and it's like oh that's a nice little subtlety. And of course,
Yeah.
like you said, like he was very jealous of
Yeah, Amuro.
Amuro.
Like say
Yeah,
like, oh, he's so much better than us, then why do we have to like work will help with the white base and stuff like that?
yeah,
Even though Amuro does deal with his own personal hell. And
hmm,
also this is also another thing, like I guess Layla would have been a possible love interest in this show, but
yeah,
that never happens. But
Y-
interestingly, the novelization
yeah.
of the OG show, uh Lala and not Lala, Layla and Amuro
Say
are
like yeah,
actually a couple.
hmm,
And I don't know if I want to tackle the novel of the original show and Zeta, but they're a little bit different and much more darker.
yeah,
Um, Amuro dies, and they're in the novels.
hmm,
From I don't know if it's from Char or some other mobile like Grunt mobile suit, but yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, we got the boy Amuro, with no girl, but he's older,
And
and I guess it's kind of like showing that he is also like kind of has PTSD a bit.
mm,
Or
which is
just
good.
he's pretty or
Yeah,
pretty damaged, I should say, which
yeah,
is probably realistic because he was a war child,
Right.
and I do feel terrible about him.
Yeah. And this is definitely another episode where I do vaguely remember, fondly remember of Camille punching the shit out of Kachar.
Oh yeah, I forgot why he
Yeah.
was pissed off at him though.
It was like I think
Oh,
it was a
oh no, no. Yeah, I think I know. No, I think I remember because earlier when Kai met up with Hayato and stuff,
yeah, yeah.
he sends him a letter, and Hayato literally knew that Quattro is Char. And I'm not sure if you read like the letter that he wrote, but it was like, let me try to find a picture of it because it's a really common joke in the Western Gundam community that makes
What?
fun of that awkwardly written uh
Oh,
char
yeah, yeah, yeah.
phrase.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I did
Like
that. I
saying
paused and read it.
he Quattro, he is a char.
Yeah.
Let me try to find that.
Let me put it. Send it to me too, and I'll put it as.
Yeah, I'll DM it to you.
Yeah.
It's just okay, I can give it like I'm not being mean, like English is hard, but it's just a little funny to look back at. But I
Uh,
noticed that the recent Gundam series, they have improved a lot their English, especially with the Hathaway movie.
yeah, because there's a thing called the fucking internet,
Yeah, exactly.
and they
And
didn't have that back in the day.
yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that is
He
a
is
little
a
bit rough.
char. Yeah.
And also
See.
mentioning about like, oh, I like how's Bravo? I wish I had a wife like I wish I had a wife like her.
Mhm.
Anyhow, so that makes sense why. Oh wait, I forgot there was one episode before that,
Oh shit.
Camille was venting, like expressing like how it was terrible, like losing his parents and stuff, and then suddenly Char like mentioned Loki mentioned about himself, like say like, do you know a man named Char Aznable?
Uh.
And pretty much Camille says like, yeah, I admired him, but he was very foolish at the same time.
Yeah.
And he says why so because of his like personal ideology or something like that.
Mhm.
And it's I guess it makes sense why because he's not really in good terms with Char.
Right.
So punching him and also keeping up that secret, that does make sense why
Mhm.
he would feel very pissed off.
Yeah. Which I find it like it'll be later on because I'm probably will forget because like they're soon discover like he's Char and all that yada yada. And
Mm.
when we get to that point, I'll discuss like some of the localization changes.
Oh, really? What do you mean by that?
It's very like very subtle. So like in the Japanese when they met up with Haman and like and like the princess she's like you're Char and everyone was like huh what and like
They're dumbfounded.
yeah dumbfounded and with Camille in the Japanese it says what the hell
What? But you kind of
and
knew
in
that
English
earlier.
yeah he kind of knew already like oh what the hell and
Or maybe it's a
the
reaction.
English
Maybe it's
yeah I
reaction.
think it's the reaction maybe but like
Like, oh, you guys are that dumbfounded.
yeah or and in English he went like yeah or something
Like,
like that like so,
huh?
yeah yeah like he gave like a like no shit
Yeah. Or
yeah
maybe or I don't know if it's unintentional. I don't know.
I don't know because like there's like and of course me I'm gonna be I'll find time to like because I'm getting used to Sony Vegas I will make time to write go ahead and write the episode and you'll be the first one to see it once
Hell yeah.
advice and all that um because I do want to mention like the localizations.
Oh yeah,
And
that'd be an interesting video. Especially if it's I don't know if it's some fan subs or some rip of the Blu-rays with the what do you call it? The Right Stuff release that they have.
the right stuff.
Be Yeah, Right Stuff. I think those are official like Sunrise subs though, because they do
Oh.
upload. A couple years ago, they actually did upload. I'm not sure if it's the Blu-ray rips from the old localization from the Right Stuff one or the old Bandai DVD release, but they had it on their YouTube channel for a limited amount of time.
Mhm.
They could watch all like the rest of Zeta on YouTube back then. like 4 years
Oh,
ago,
I
probably.
remember they did something like that, like with the OG Gundam, or
Yeah, that's
they,
how I
yeah.
watched the movie trilogy at the time.
Oh, they had the
That was like,
movies as well.
yeah, I they had it like
You
5 years ago.
YouTube
Though
was godlike. What happened?
no, they usually put it at a limited time, and then they made the videos
Oh,
private because it's from
oh,
the Gundam Info channel that's run by Bandai and Sunrise.
right. Okay.
And I think later on they had Double Zeta, Wing, and they had Char's Counterattack, but now that's recently taken down.
Right, right. Well, it's
Anyhow,
okay.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so let's get on to the next episode. Well, there's some character introductions. So like we got Gemitov Hyman.
Yeah, Jamitov, that he is the leader of the Titans, and also he had a very, very tiny role in 0083, but only in the last episode that we get context like how he's the leader of the Titans.
Right. Huh.
And unfortunately, he's a very power-hungry, delusional man. And I don't know if it's true back in the 1 Year War that he hates space noise as well,
Mm.
which, it's probably like Charles' worst nightmare.
All right. Base noise.
And I don't know if we should get into what happens later on, but maybe we'll save that
For sure.
a little bit later. Dang old types. Yeah, it's interesting because he's like, I think he's like a commander, and then like in when Zeta is happening, he's just the admiral. So he just climbed up the ranks pretty high.
Oh wow. So okay. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
to watch. I guess before watching, I got context with Zeta. I can like fuck this. I'm just watch Stardust.
I mean, it's not super subtle. I mean, the most of the context literally just comes in the last episode, but there's not really like any returning characters that show up in Zeta, which
Hmm.
makes sense. That's
Yeah,
what most
because they're
of the
dead.
OVAs that they have. They just don't. They just like
I'm assuming.
it's weird that with media, especially with any media, especially with Star Wars, that kind of suffers this issue that they kind of like have limited scope,
Right.
and then later on when he expands certain things, like especially with the prequel trilogy, you can't really contradict with the new events with the old.
Right.
Which it does, which it's a really hard thing to do because we can't really turn back time,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
some like media gets really over ambitious and they can't really tackle everything. But with
Hmm.
that kind of side story, it's understandable why characters don't. I don't know, because it's such ahead of the time. Like I'm not really bothered by it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, Jamatov is a dick.
Yeah.
Earth supremacist, which
So
is the equivalent of the Gundam of the Universal Century of a white supremacist.
yeah, I
Pretty
mean,
much.
oh
It's so weird because now, like, this is off topic, but now I think with the space travel stuff that's going on recently, that's like, oh, that's just like the way Gundam kind of warned us that space travel can cause a lot of issues,
mm,
like hundreds of years later. So yeah, it's relevant
mm.
to some degree.
All right. So next
Getting back
episode,
to yeah,
yeah,
getting back to the show.
yeah. So episode 14. This is where like Amuro gets his like, like yeah, fuck this, fuck these. Like it's the not necessarily the Titans, but the Earth Federation that's looking over him.
Yeah, the
Or
Earth Federation.
yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
And
So
then he says like, I think Fra like kind of inspired him to say maybe I should return back to the old me,
yeah. Yeah.
which luckily he did, and he brought Cats, though I don't think it's the best idea because Cats is a child, but who am I to know?
There's something about like yeah, we have to have a child soldier. Hell, I mean, they went to South Africa, so they probably like Amuro was thinking like, "Yo, let's make this actually Africa. Let's fucking bring some kids,
Pretty much.
war children." That's how I was raised. Kai's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
But like the thing is though, too, and Hayato like agrees, like, yeah, you know what, this is fine. My kid doesn't like her if he want to be out in space. So
Yeah, which it makes sense because they did adopt him later on.
yeah,
And I forgot, this is also the point that they are launching some shuttle into space. I forgot what it was. It was at the Kennedy Airport, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure why they. I don't remember the reason why they launched a shuttle, and the Titans just want to like mess them up. Hmm.
was it mentioned in the? I think it was okay because like it says shuttle launch. Oh, came to the airport under control of the Federation. The forms of control the Hickory, the Adum Hamla. I am bad
Yeah,
with these names. The Hickory. It'll pop up later.
yeah, but
Or-
they wanted to protect that shuttle,
yeah, yeah,
and that's when Amuro, not Amuro, Camille and Char were just kind of protecting it against the Titans, and that's when Amuro came out of nowhere, and
fucking
I don't know, he was fighting against I I recently watched like the movie trilogy. I think they changed it up that they had the Yazen guy.
really.
Um, yeah,
I
and
can
that's when
see
I don't.
that why that was a change, but yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm.
that's
Oh,
so.
gone. Yeah, so like they because I mentioned Hyman, a very important character, but there was this guy with kind of like the Yasin haircut, um um Buran. I'll send it to you. I'm terrible with fucking
Yeah,
names.
yeah.
Jesus.
Well, Gundam names are just dumb, but it makes sense.
Yeah,
Buran.
yeah,
I
that's the
believe
guy.
it was named. Yeah, I believe it was Yazen,
Yes.
or
Oh,
I
in the
don't know.
movies, well, I had to change. Yeah, because
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, the movies just change up stuff. Anyhow.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, with that scene, like he crashes into like the mobile suit that he was piloting. I don't remember how it was in the show, but Amuro did something wicked, and Char's
Yeah.
like, "Is that Amuro?" And it's like, "Whoa, what the hell are you doing, Amuro?"
Yeah, 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 yeah. And he just crashed into them, and then like Amuro being a boss, he knows that he was gonna get someone's
Yeah,
gonna
he had a
save him.
parachute,
Yeah, parachute. Yeah, to grab him. Um,
and that's pretty crazy. What
yeah,
the balls do you think he did?
and this is where we meet, and like you mentioned before, like one of the Jared's and love interest was like a new type, but was she like considered a cyber new type or nah?
I
Just a
think she
new
was just
type.
a natural new type.
Oh, okay, so
Though, according to this episode, it also introduces to Rosemia, which
roast
I
meat,
did not
yeah.
remember during my first watch because I thought she came out of nowhere later on.
No, because I remember her because she was the one that stood out to me. It was like, oh, because I thought that was I felt dumb because I thought that was the love interest, but no, this chick is she was just saying like, oh no, the sky is like falling and shit.
Yeah, and then once we find out later on, she becomes a cyber new type,
Yeah.
which is pretty bad.
Yeah, and like when we get to there, like I like cyber new types on paper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
get a
because I
little we'll
fucking
talk a little bit more with four though, like a little bit later on. But
yeah.
yeah, we see that Amuro and Char can kind of like talk to each other like
Mhm.
psychic with
Yeah,
their new
yeah,
types
and then
powers.
of course, like there's a compilation of Char always saying Amuro, and it's like almost 2 minutes
Yep.
long.
Yeah, pretty much. And especially with Camille says like he reminds you a lot of Amuro Ray.
Alright, alright. Hey, I like that
Must
little
be his
Jufro.
hmm, must be his
Amuro's.
boyfriend or something.
Yeah, yeah. I was disappointed they didn't kiss.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
No, but it's interesting. And this is also I don't remember what was it with some other media, but this is when literally Amuro and Char just became like a little bit in cold terms at first and then they just kind of like got along later on.
Yeah, because I know later on they like share whiskey. I like that moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh
cute.
yeah, that's a really. It's a really
Yeah,
good moment
like
later on.
wholesome, very wholesome. Yeah, and of course the infamous line, "Thank you, Wiki. I came here to laugh at you."
Yeah, that became an internet meme
Yeah,
and had a
that's
bunch of fan art.
yeah.
And it's
Oh.
pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy because they kind of like Armor did had a point like why did he return back to Earth and stuff and if he's still like over with Lala and something like that because so
Mhm.
that incident in the OG show that wasn't really Amuro's fault. That was just like Lala like pushing like getting in the way of the fight, you
Yeah,
know?
like yes, like she was trying to save Char, which
Yeah,
is
but not the
good.
most smartest way.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's not really Amuro's fault, but
yeah,
it is at the same time, and he does feel
yeah.
it definitely affected him for a really long time.
But yeah, so next episode, this is where Kaz they get Kaz on board, right?
Yeah, that's I think he does become part of AU.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And another introduction is Amuro's
Bear,
love interest.
yeah, Beltrochica, which I do feel like she's a little bit of substitute with Ayla because
Yeah.
I legit cannot find like actual sources because it's either like word of mouth on like forums or Reddit that
Mhm.
they said like, oh yeah, Sayla was the reason why she was in that show because of the what do you call it? Because she was taking a long vacation at the safari and she didn't come back, or maybe
Yeah.
she just took a break from voice acting, for a little while,
Mhm.
which makes me think because. Wouldn't you? I don't know if it's a big gripe with some Gundam fans that Sayla does not really get involved, especially against her brother
Mhm.
or with her brother, because the Zeta would have been perfect that they kind of worked together as brother
Yeah.
and sister.
Mhm.
And then with Char's counterattack, like, don't you think she should be against his brother, just like in the 1 Year War?
Mhm.
Anyhow, it's a long it's a whole other like tangent to talk about, but I do feel like she's a little bit of a substitute, especially that she becomes the Amuro's love interest later on.
Right.
And I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but there's also a novelization of Char's counterattack that, well, this was like one of the planned scripts that Bellerica and Amuro were supposed to have a child together.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Bandai, I don't know which sponsor was it, but I guess Bandai didn't like that idea. Say like, no, Amuro should not be a family man. He should be like James Bond that he also has a bunch of women. Which
But
spoilers for the movie, but that at least that became in the part of the novelization though.
what? So I mean, Armor was like is a pussy slayer on Char counterattack.
Mm, I mean, in the novels, yeah,
Oh,
because he has a
novels. Oh, oh,
because
you're talking about that change in the novel. Oh,
yeah,
okay, I
that
got you.
he is a family man because
Okay, that makes
Chica's
sense.
pregnant, and
Yeah.
I guess she does have a big deal in that novelization as well. And there's also a manga coming out that I do want to read whenever
Mm.
it's really dropped, but that's another whole other tangent. But yeah,
Yeah.
she does become really helpful for AU, especially for a really big incident that like really screwed over the Titans all of it was like caught on video. But yeah, Bella Chica, I don't remember much of her, but I thought she's really cool.
Mm. Yeah, I like her, and of course, like this shows like some differences with women's goals. Like I'm not sure
Hmm.
if it was like a negative portrayal. It's just like, oh, how do I please? Because like she really wants to get in. I mean, I guess she does get into Amara's pants.
Yeah, and it's weird because she says like I remember I saw like a random clip of him like saying like I don't need your love to like make me feel better or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or like I don't need that much sympathy. And it's like Amra's like, whatever, I'll take the kiss.
yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah.
And interesting, no, she's like no, never mind. She's like a little younger than Amra as well.
Uh, uh,
But and also she does
little.
appear in yeah, she's also in other like she's in Unicorn as well, but not really a big deal.
Hmm.
But yeah, um I just I just feel like she's kind of the substitute for Sayla, but
Yeah,
not really.
yeah. Because no one's a substitute for my Sailor.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it sucks
But
though too.
anyhow, yeah, that's just a huge tangent to talk about.
Yeah,
But
right. Yeah.
the Universal Century, but I just feel like there's some things that would have been better.
Hmm.
Anyhow, but I'm not the writers. Anyhow, and with the episode's cast sortie, what does it mean with this sortie?
I know they mentioned Shorte, but what the fuck is actually one? I didn't go to college. Went to college, but
I don't the word. I always forget the word. Oh, an attack,
oh, okay. Yeah,
offense.
Doe. Okay.
So what is he attacking? Wait.
Amy.
So apparently in the wiki, he's defending himself against Rosimia. So
Yeah,
he probably had the Mark II, Camille's Mark II, I guess.
yeah. Against his better judgment, launches in the Mech 2. Because I'm trying to remember how he got on board. Because I know Armor left yeah, okay, Kaz, you do your thing. I got something to do. I'm gonna crash this fucking
Yeah,
this
this
carrier.
airplane,
Yeah, this carrier into
Amuro's fucking
this
metals.
hangar. Yeah, whatever it was. But I'm trying. Maybe it was mentioned in the last episode how he got on board. I forgot.
Yeah, it makes sense. No,
Oh,
but
terrible.
yeah, I guess with that kind of thing, with using the Mark II in your own for your own needs would
Mhm.
get him in trouble.
Yeah,
Big, big trouble.
yeah, and of course, something little, but be, be, Chica. We call her Chica. Chica.
The Barrow Chica. I don't know.
Pero
Chica is
Chica.
fine.
Chica had a bad impression of Char. I remember that being a thing.
Yeah, and I don't know, if she like gets attracted to Amuro pretty quick as well.
Yeah, it's you're not like any other soldiers. You don't seem like the type who always want to get into doing war or enjoys war like Char. It gives off that
Yeah,
impression. He
yeah, it
enjoys
makes
himself when it's on the
because
battlefield.
at that time, he is Amuro's still like not how he was. He's still like kind of like traumatized from the war.
Oh yeah, and how
And
been
I guess the concern is like, will Amuro like return back to his old self so he can help us?
right.
Because the world's more at stake.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, even though this is a spoiler podcast, um, you don't see much of Amuro that much, way more
Yeah.
than Kaz. Not Kaz. No, I lied.
I
Fucking
mean, he
lied.
does.
Kai. That's yeah.
Yeah, Kai and Kai. Yeah, Kai just showed up a tiny, tiny bit, and then Kaz is pretty much he's along the ride.
Yeah.
And I think later on the show, Amuro does like his own thing with Ayug. He
Yeah,
sees
yeah.
like other factions of Ayug,
And he stays
and
on Earth, right?
yeah, he stays on Earth for a bit.
Yeah.
I think it's expanded further in some spin-off manga or novel.
Man.
And I remember when we talked about like, hey, Amuro shows up, and you're like, I guess your expectations, everyone else's expectations were him being a mentor towards Camille, but no, not really. Like
Yeah.
he has a military, but not really.
Mm. Yeah. Because I was surprised because I'm used to these type of shows oh, returning character, oh, he's gonna show up, he's not gonna overshadow the protagonist, but be a little father figure or a mentor. Yeah, this
Hmm.
is what I would do, and of course there's moments like that in the show, but he doesn't take the
Not,
spotlight. He barely
no, it's more of Char.
yeah, more of Char, which I like.
That's I don't know anything. Like you said, I don't know any other media that does the kind of stuff. The
So
antagonist just becomes the mentor.
yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, in that terms, yeah, because I got sort of JoJo vibes, you throughout. There's oh, these important characters, they become a part of the show, but they never overshadowed the protagonist. But yeah, like a antagonist becoming a protagonist, and like have a parallel to the protagonist in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ah, and this came out in the mid '80s. That's
Yeah.
fucking dope.
There are some other shit.
Yeah. Yeah, would you like to go to the like another thing that I mentioned, like we got another like we get to see a Rosemi fight.
Yeah.
Rosamia.
Yeah, that's yeah, we see her fight again. And oh wait, no, we can't
Or
talk
she,
about cyber nuclides because I read the end of the wiki that says like the Buron guy is like wondering if cyber nuclides will be useful.
yeah.
Okay, so cyber new types
Here
are
we
pretty
go.
much genetically engineered regular humans are new types, but they're pretty much forced to be new types. Pretty much like like your brain on steroids, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. And I think about like, oh, you got this buff guy who's all natural, which is the like new types, but cyber new types is like get the scrawny. They're Captain America, just unstable. Like
Very, very unstable.
very.
And I think they also have pretty much there's some organ transplants and chemicals to force to have their reaction speed like increase. Though this has a side effect of like being extremely mentally unstable and having like personality disorders, especially with Rosemary much later on. I don't know if I should touch up upon that, but she does become very unrecognizable much later on because of
Yeah.
this personality disorder, especially with four as well. But we
Mhm.
can get onto it a little bit
Yeah,
later.
because like we're getting there soon. We're getting to the big.
Yeah,
I would
four.
I say highlight for me because like oh man, they're fucked. Their times are fucked up, and like one of my
Yeah,
favorite Gundam. I mean, mobile suit design, the Psycho Gundam. Like
yeah. The
ah,
Psycho Gundam is
that's
cool, but damn,
cool.
it's huge,
It's huge, fucking
massive.
wild. Yeah.
And yeah. Spoiler alert. Later on, there's more cyber new types in the Universal Century. Especially like later on when you get into Char's counterattack, there is one point I want to like talk about with the OG show, some ideology, but I'll say that much later once you watch the movie.
Yeah, so like
After you finish Double Zeta.
so like is it definitely recommended to watch Double Zeta then Counterattack?
If you want to go production order,
Yeah.
but I
Like
mean, there's
what's
only
your honest recommendation?
I think there is only one subtle like context that would matter, what that like shows up in the speech that Char gives that mentions about like because the Double Zeta does mention about the rise of Neo Zeon, and if you don't watch like Double Zeta, I guess if you don't watch Double Zeta, you're kind of a little bit confused, like, oh, why is there a Zeon, like, why is there a Neo Zeon, like, and
Hmm.
then you find out, oh, there's a first Neo Zeon war, and then Neo Zeon just kind of like kept on growing over time, and later Char kind of let it
Hmm.
up.
Right.
But I think with some Double Zeta things, I do want to save it a little bit later once you like reach the end, close to the end point, or once you finish it, whenever
Yeah.
that happens.
It's okay. It's only 46 episodes. Ha 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 ha.
No English dub.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Just five. What did I say my limit? Like five a
Five
day?
episodes.
Five
Yeah,
episodes a day. I'll start Monday. Right before
yeah,
work watch. Yeah. We can get I
good
could do it.
idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cyber, yeah, and this is pretty much, yeah, like I mentioned, this is pretty much the first Universal Century story that mentions about cyber new types.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm not sure how other people's opinions are cyber new type. I do find it as an interesting concept, and like with everything in life, there's always some kind of consequence that you're gonna genetically and I'm not really physically, but like mentally,
Mentally. Yeah.
like affect someone to become like with the new type theory that like whenever you're like an Earth, you use half of your brain. But whenever you're like on space, the human brain expands even further than the normal human, and you're pretty much just kind of forcing someone just to kind of grow really fast, and that would make sense. And maybe the warning of like, hey, we should not probably not genetically modify humans
Mhm.
or just life in general
Right.
with these kind of consequences.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is my tangent with cyber new types.
Mhm. Yeah. Me. I'll
Yeah,
discuss more about my opinions on it because, like, I grew like I told him, and throughout my reactions during watching Zeta, I'm like, man, I appreciate new types now more than ever, but it's fucking stupid. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe
Later
maybe
on,
maybe I'm just a simple man who just want to see like politics, war is
yeah,
bad, and cool robots killing each other. That's
yeah,
all I wanted. But then like we got these new types.
yeah. They genetically
Yeah,
built
but
different.
yeah, they're built different. I actually because like again, I do like it on paper. Like we have to win the war. Let's
Yeah, desperate
how are they?
measures.
Yeah, because like how the white base got through this whole war. Hell, the Agama doing all this crazy shit with a small ass like
Yeah,
Titans are
crew.
huge. Yeah, small ass crew and like
Then
there's
again, I'm not sure if it's a little bit parallel with real world stuff because apparently this is some detail I did not really notice that some people mentioned that I guess is the equivalent of like the Cold War because
mm,
it's not really like a large scale war. It's like mostly like a closed kind of
yeah,
war because the Earth Federation are not really involved, and
right,
then the AU gets just a new faction, and
yeah.
later on there is a three-way war with the Axis Xeon, but it's not really like how it was with the One-Year War that half the human population just
Mm.
got perished.
Yeah, and that's interesting too, because like before we talk about the episode 16, like the three-way war, like that wasn't really a thing in the original, right? It was just this,
No,
yeah, and it
this is
becomes
like the first, yeah, this is pretty much the first series to kind of introduce, first Gundam series kind of introduced this
yeah,
um kind of topic. And then
yeah.
later on, this idea was reused in I think Gundam Seed and Double O, if I remember correctly. I'm not really that far into Seed, but with
He's
Double
the
O
bad
there
one,
is
right? I keep
Seed
forgetting.
Destiny supposedly.
Okay.
I'll see when I get there. It's mostly plot armor shit that makes people mad. And Jesus main character.
Oh, I thought you said Jesus. Jesus is the main
No,
character. I'm like, oh shit, this is
no,
JoJo.
no, not really. It's Jesus MT. But yeah,
Hey, I mean, technically, plot armor. Jesus has plot armor till the end.
true. He got resurrected. That's plot armor, dude.
Plot armor.
He should be dead. Real life
Yeah.
plot armor.
Uh,
Anyhow, then I guess that leads us to episode 17, Hong Kong City,
oh, I mean,
or
no, we're because like we're on 16. Like
yeah, we were on 16. We just had a
yeah,
tangent with every new
yeah,
type.
yeah, yeah. And it's very controversial, at least in my eyes. But
Yeah,
we can briefly
not
go through
understandable.
16 because like Buran, the proto Yazan, I guess, especially with
Yeah.
hairstyle and shit. Yeah, he got how did he die? I'm trying to even
Oh,
remember.
he
Was it
died.
Camille?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Was it?
Okay. He got killed by both Amuro and Camille.
Camille? Yeah.
Combined efforts.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
he does look like Yaz.
yeah, and like Ben Wooder made an introduction. Not really a big character, but basically he was the one who like was um I want to say he was the one not controlling for, but like commanding her. Even though
Yeah,
for when we get to Hong Kong City, we'll see like for like want to do her own
yeah,
thing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but poor Buran, though. The bozo, rip bozo. Just like with the Titans.
Yeah. But yeah, and this is no, this is not Kaz's. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's why I was gonna. I mean, I think we talked about it already, but yeah, this is like the trend with Kaz. Like at least with that last episode, just like oh yeah, let me
He
try out the
doesn't
Mark
do.
12, and like he ended up fucking up, but he got like
Yeah,
one lucky
he.
shot.
I guess with some
That's
kids that
right.
makes sense that you do something that you think is probably not a good idea, and then it becomes a bad idea.
Right.
And so with that kind of thing, like saying, "Hey, maybe I should attack." If Amuro did it, so can I, and I know how to pilot an aircraft. So he
Mhm.
pretty much just kind of does that
Yeah.
mistake, and then he probably didn't learn his lesson later on. But we'll get to that much later.
Of course. Yeah, so like again, not too much to talk about in this episode, at least from what I forgot. It was like more action pack, caught
Yeah,
another cost by
and a little
get
bit of
fight.
sprinkling with future events to come with Rosemia.
Yeah, oh yeah. And not only that too, like they give us our reasoning of why they're going to Hong Kong to get resupplied. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the few episodes in Hong Kong. These were actually one of my favorite episodes. Actually,
Oh yeah, me too as well.
yeah.
Yeah, but let's talk
How
about the Hong Kong City episode.
Yep. Oh, I can't wait. But yeah, so like
So
oh
this episode is
you lead
very
off.
noticeable, like very notable for I think when I mentioned about with Baruchika or whatever her name is, that she kind of like um felt sorry for Amuro and stuff, and that's when they like the low key love when they start having feelings for each other, I guess.
Yeah.
And then pretty much they kind of go to Hong Kong City, and they were suddenly attacked by the Psycho Gundam.
Mhm.
And Psycho Gundam is very, very massive.
Fucking
It's both
huge.
like, and also transforms too in some big mobile armor thing that
Hmm.
just can't. It's like it's pretty much a rock.
Yeah.
And this is also the episode that
And don't worry about it.
yeah, no, this is also the episode when Amuro sees Mirai as well,
Yeah.
and the kids
Yeah.
that find yeah, Amuro finds out like, oh, Bright has kids. Damn, I can't
Yeah.
believe that loser Bright got laid.
Damn.
It should have been the Flieger guy. Anyhow,
Yeah.
nah. But yeah, the yeah, pretty much just the Psycho Gundams attacking the city,
Mhm.
and like no one, I think a lot of everyone was pretty much struggling just to fight against it, and I
Yeah.
forgot how the story just ended. I mean, the fight just kind of ended.
To the wiki.
Yeah, back to the wiki.
Back to the wiki. Because like
I think it was that one. I think it was when 4 was starting to feel like very angry, just being
oh, it
forced
was
to
because
retreat.
yeah, you know, okay. I didn't have to look at the wiki because now that I just saw Camille's name, I was like, oh yeah, because like she backed off because like she was feeling like the great pressure from Camille, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because her cyber new type abilities were just fighting her instead of
Yeah.
helping her.
Mhm. Yeah, like and this is also the episode where if I remember correctly, like they it kind of looked like a bank, but it was just people trying to get tickets to get out of Hong Kong, right? Is
Well,
this the same
yeah,
episode?
that's when
Yeah.
Amuro had to fight.
Yeah. I was like, oh, yo, this man is had
I don't remember what those
7 years.
guys were those guys the Titan dudes?
No, there weren't. So like
Or just they're just anime assholes.
no, there. So like it was kind of weird, but basically, the person there was supposed to like they sent Amuro to go there to talk about like the supplies
Mm-hmm.
they're
Oh
supposed to
yeah,
get, and
for the
like,
Aguma.
and he was asking like, hey, can I see this
Yeah, that's
person, the
the special
father?
person.
Yeah, who's the father of the lady you get to meet,
Mm-hmm.
and like. And of course, the nice cliche anime where her eyes glows like the little sa-ching.
Pretty much.
And then the guards came in to beat the shit out of him. But like, Aru, hella, how old is
Yeah, he has hands,
Yeah, he got
and also
hands.
that the funky music playing as well.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
think the soundtrack name is called Pursuit, and that do
pursuit.
be jamming,
Yeah.
and just I just at first like Amuro told the guy like just one more minute,
Hmm.
and then he just taps his fingers again. It's like, hey, I just told you, like, there's one more minute, and he gets shocked.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But yeah,
and then
so
I think Amuro did kind of lose the fight because he just
oh
got
yeah,
like
there's so many
outnumbered.
people. Yeah, it's outnumbered. So they took him to the prison, like the little thing for questioning
Yeah,
why would he want to see them.
yeah, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
because Hong Kong's a neutral territory, right?
I think it is just
Mm-hmm.
like with the original show. I think it was Side Seven. No, Side Seven that was neutral colony
Mm-hmm.
because there was one scene when the white base was there and charger ship was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that does make sense why they needed resupplies. And I think at the end of the episode, according to Wiki, that's when Amuro and Camille just had like the discussion. That's when the only few times that he was very like the mental figure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or, yeah, the mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And just talking about like the feeling human's emotion is like it's gonna help you to become a valuable pilot, something like
Yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
Which is pretty crazy. Yeah, this episode introduced a lot of characters other than four, which is the Noah kids and Stephanie.
Yeah,
She's
she's the
she's not even
daughter. Yeah, she's was like she doesn't have any other like impact throughout the series, right?
yeah, I think she helps Hayato.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, I thought she would have like a bigger role, like another like what you call it, for Camille. You know, like Amaro and that one red haired lady.
Yeah,
Where
the Stephanie girl, I think.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, that episode was very yeah. It's just like the Wings of Jaburo episode, just pure
mm-hmm,
action based with both like um the Amuro fighting and just Camille dealing with four with the Psycho Gundam.
yeah,
And then yeah, I think that's most of the episode though.
yeah, yeah.
We got
Good chunk.
episode 18 though.
Yep, episode.
Mirai captured.
Yeah, I wonder what's happening to Mirai.
Mm.
Hmm.
Oh boy, it's the Titans once again.
Yep. So I'm trying to remember how she got captured, but um, all I know is when she was captured by the Titans, they sent a negotiation to the egg, the Ague, the say you can say the ship's name.
Hey you,
Yeah, that's
it's
it.
weird to say
Hey, the Ague, the Ague, yeah,
it.
and and Amr, I know Amro's thing was like he was going to trade someone who's more valuable than her and the kids, put in safety.
Mm.
But their plan was, nah, fuck you. We're going to get all of them. We're going to have 4 hostages instead.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So they even had like the mobile suits underwater. So like
Oh
they're
yeah, that underwater fight, didn't they?
yeah, yeah. So they're just rowing their boat, like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here, kids. Like, okay, mommy, get captured again. It's like the
And also, I believe this is the episode that Camille has the awkward handshake with Amuro.
oh yeah, it was awkward. Yeah, like
Which, you know, for something like that,
that's autistic.
I do like that little attention to detail because Chico was like holding Amuro. It's kind of like an awkward position to kind of shake hands
Yeah, yeah.
because he couldn't shake hands with his opposite hand. So he says, "Okay, well, we're just gonna shake with our same side of their hands."
Yeah, it's great.
Well, that's crazy. And I think it's the second time that you have an underwater fight because in the OG show there was the underwater fights between
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't remember what mobile suit it was. It's not the Zegok, the one that was in Jaburo.
Mhm.
I don't remember what it was. Ah, God. I watched it. I watched that show like not 2 months. I watched the episode not like 2 months
Hey,
ago, but there was
it's okay, man.
yeah, but
Good look at
it's
me.
not aquatic fight, and then the Gundam just like there's this arrogant guy saying like, "Ha, there's no way the Gundam can defeat this mobile suit because it's underwater." And it's like, okay, oh well, the beam saber killed me. Whoops.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I think.
But um, this episode, what the hell's happened? So their plan to actually um get them back was the good old classic "We surrender." And while
Yep,
Camille goes underwater with the Mark II.
yep. Which, if you think the fight's one-sided, I guess it makes sense not
Hmm.
to risk your life for something dumb like that.
Right. And of course, it wasn't really Amuro's fight; it was unavoidable. But basically, what happened because they were still on, like they were captured, but they're like being held
Yeah,
by
hostage.
yeah, yeah. So like the Gundam under not Gundam, the mobile suit underwater was holding the boat, so they couldn't move. But when Camille shot them down, it caused one of the kids half away to like nearly drown underwater. But like, of
Mm.
course, um, Amru's a badass, able to escape from them, kick the shit out of them, then diving in to save Halfway. Get on the ship.
No, to prevent some things that happen in future events. I don't know if we better. It would have been better if he drowned.
Oh yeah,
Nah, just kidding. Nah, let halfway live.
yeah. It, come on, he can't be that bad.
Until he's even charged counterattack.
He's only 13. Then
Yeah,
again,
he's
we
yeah he's a little silly.
granted, we have Kaz who's 12 or some shit. So
Yeah, that he does
pick
the
it.
same dumb stuff.
Yeah, pick and choose.
True, 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 true.
Wait a
And
second.
what up?
Apparently, he's 15. That's even worse. You're a dumb fuck, Kaz.
Wait, Kaz is 15?
Yeah, Kaz is 15. Because
No
I know,
way.
yeah, because I know he was like similar in age to like at least very close to Camille.
Wait, he's 8 years
Yeah,
old in the original show?
which is I find it weird because
That
those
was like
kids like
five
five.
years,
They
five
look
or six.
they look like 5 year olds.
Well, to be fair, Kaz is the tallest one.
Yeah,
And where's the other girl? The other kids. Forgot their name. I forgot the
yeah,
other one. Kika?
yeah.
I
Let's
think
send
I
Kika.
don't know. I don't know if who's the youngest. Okay, Kika is 4,
Okay,
and Let's is 6 years old. Okay, Kaz is the oldest one. Makes sense.
okay,
That's crazy.
yeah. You so cute. Then
Maybe.
God damn it, guys. Anywho's, but yeah, that's mainly
Yeah.
the episode because like, I don't think there's no new type action going on. I mean, like
Not
Cybernet type,
really.
yeah. Oh wait,
No, and until the next episode.
yeah. Where's it?
And that's when I guess we'll move on from that, but that's when
Oh no
what's up?
no! I
What has
forgot.
happened?
I want to say this was also the episode. Yeah, this is when four actually get to see saw Camille driving the
Oh,
car in the city.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
guess that
right.
leads us to the next episode when they kind of just talk to each other for the first time,
Yeah,
which is probably a perfect transition to move on to that episode.
yeah, like yeah.
Which,
So
yeah, Cinderella 4.
yeah,
And let's just say with I mean not Cinderella, 4's design, I like her clothing is interesting.
mm-hmm.
Does have a decent, I don't know. She she looks good in that outfit.
Yeah,
And
like,
she's not very soldier like, I should
mm-hmm.
say. And that's also when Camille
Oh,
wears that casual outfit.
one sec. I'll be right back.
Gotcha.
Got to charge it for you? Okay, did you keep him busy or did I miss anything?
No, I was just kind of waiting for you because I was waiting for your other opinions about this episode because I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure this is some episode like especially it's been a while for me. Like I cannot forget it after I watched it for the first time
Yeah,
because this is pretty parallel with the Amuro meeting up with Lala, but I feel like this
yeah.
is like a little bit more interesting because they had more
Yes.
time to be together, and
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
also they have there's just something about them that clicked with each other romantically that felt very meaningful
Mm.
as the audience
Yeah,
compared to
yeah.
like I mean with the original show like yeah Lala liked kind of like Amuro but they never but Lala's true love was Char which is kind of the
Yeah.
love triangle thing
Hmm.
but with four it's just straightforward
Hmm.
and I guess we kind of feel more bad for Camille because he just can't do anything about it. And
Yeah.
also, not only that, but yeah, Lala's a new type, but no, Four is a cyber new type that she's very unstable,
Hmm.
and this probably frustrates Camille even more because this is the kind of stuff that's out of his hands,
Out
and
of
he
his
just
hands,
can't do
yeah.
anything about it,
Hmm.
even though he wants to like save her,
Yeah.
save the enemy. And it
Hmm.
also shows like, yeah, these Titans guys are just fucking dicks.
Yeah, because like and like the thing about her too is like she lost her memory. Like what
Hmm.
who 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 was her? Who was she before she
Yeah,
became a new cyber new
and
type?
we still don't know like her backstory because it
Yeah.
makes sense because it's
Hmm.
just wiped out,
Yeah.
and it just breaks my heart thinking about it because
Oh
what
yeah.
happens later on, and also just kind of like Kiss as well with that with the right soundtrack as well.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
this
think it
is
was yeah, it's
That's a
just
nice scene, yeah. Because, like, again, like I like Lala, but I didn't get enough time with her. I'm looking at the episode count. I'm like, holy shit, I'm almost done. They're gonna kill her
yeah.
off, and I didn't get to know her that much, or felt like the
I
relationship
think
between
it
these
was
characters are.
impactful enough, but the
Oh
thing
yeah,
about four is that she's much introduced much earlier,
mm-hmm,
and yeah, we don't see her for a little while, but we still like we just it does keep us like thinking like are we gonna see her again, is she fine
yeah,
and all that stuff,
mm-hmm,
and also it's like more straightforward that they obviously like each other, and
yeah,
they're all both of them are pretty damaged people,
yeah,
especially with four. I mean she's pretty much just a lab rat,
yeah,
and Camille just dealt with some shit, but he always had a hard time with like with his parents and stuff throughout his childhood.
yeah. It was. This is
And
heartbreaking.
unfortunately, they had to split off. They had to
Mm-hmm.
split off after an explosion happened.
Yeah. And like and of course like Camille's very related relates to her like because like did she mention like um I know her memories are like her parents are dead or something, or
Hmm.
she doesn't have like Camille relates to that because like yeah I lost my parents, I saw them die in my arms, and like
Yeah,
was this the one,
which
was this episode where it was revealed he revealed that to her,
I think he did
or is it
mention.
later?
I think most likely he would have mentioned about that.
Yeah.
And damn, that just makes me feel bad from what happens later on.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to mention about between Four and Fa, like with the love interest, because it does make Fa seem like more of a backup girl.
Because like
Or more in a mean way, just yeah, just a side girl to me.
yeah. Oh, like yeah, but I'm trying to think like
Because
all
four was his kind of
true,
true love
true love.
interest
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
some incident happened,
Mm.
and now it's like, oh well, I guess Camille all he has is just four. I mean not four, Fa.
But yeah.
They start with an F. It's confusing.
Hmm.
And
Yeah. Time
and
to
this
kill
is
the
pretty
sun.
much when she was forced to like fight with uh four was also forced to like get inside the what do you call it, her Psycho Gundam, and she kind of like was a little bit more rebellious.
Mhm.
and also she's kind of like stubborn, saying that she can't lead the Titans because she wants her memory back,
Yeah, and like there's
which
like
is
no convincing her that like yeah, no, they're not gonna give it back. They're the Titans.
that's awful.
Yeah. Nothing can convince her. Like she gotta do what she has to do just to get her memories back. Huh.
I know. That's sad.
Sad, yeah. Yeah, no. When you told me
And
like, oh, go on.
yeah, no, and also just it's also sad just seeing like female trying not fight against four, like telling her to stop, and she just kind of lose control.
Hmm.
And Amuro just he just tells Amuro like don't shoot her, and kind of like tell her like, okay, we'll just fight in a different way,
Hmm. Yeah,
which such a bitter it's such a bitter episode.
yeah. Because like not only that too, like Amuro was just Amuro, and hell, I think Char was too. Like, yeah, she's bad news. Like, you gotta, like, at least like later through the series, just like we don't want the same thing happening again because again, that
Yeah, from like
parallel from Lala.
yeah, which is unfortunate.
All right. Ooh, ain't that some shit?
Sad.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. All right, let's get through a couple more then.
Probably end off at 25.
25, yeah, get
Okay.
halfway through. Yeah, because like we're
Yeah, this is
already
a lot longer than we expected.
oh, of course, because I knew because like watching that video you sent in videos, like yeah, we can't expect the whole trilogy to finish like summarize the whole series. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, we
and
can't do
also
this shit
the
in a whole
video.
hour.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. So that video also
Yeah.
mentioned like, okay, I'm not gonna give a plot summary. We're just gonna mention mo notable details and some like differences from how like Zeta steps up like the Gundam game,
Hmm.
which is pretty a really good video.
Yeah. I'm sub that guy.
You'll probably post it in the link in the description, and also the Free Gundam project as well. They gave a
Yeah.
shout out to.
Hmm. Nice.
Um,
Definitely
but
will.
yeah, we got so we're finally out of Hong Kong after like 3 episodes. Now we're
Yeah.
in the next episode, Heated Escape.
Hmm.
And I believe, according to the wiki, this is pretty much the episode starts off when Camille is still in his bedroom, kind of like, I guess, upset from what happened in the last
Hmm.
episode,
Yeah.
four, which
Yeah.
does makes I can understand Camille, just how he feels.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Especially like this is like obviously like people who say I it's a little bit of a side rant tangent thing, but
For
people
Amuro.
saying like no, but like for people saying like oh Shinji's like the first character to feel like mentally unstable. Mecha
Stupid.
pilots feel mentally unstable. No, that's just Amuro, dude.
Yeah.
And Camille is just wins so much shit, and it
Hmm.
kind of makes sense why he's just kind of just
Yeah.
alone by himself in his bedroom.
Yeah.
And it's good that Amuro was kind of checking up on him since
Hmm.
he definitely knows that he definitely felt that way when he was much younger.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this episode also leads up to them like heading up to the like heading to space again.
Mhm. Yeah.
And what else? Another notable thing. I think also analyzing their uh Amuro and Hayato analyzing some kind of base from the Titans.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, I think this is pretty much. Oh, and apparently Ben Wooder died as well.
Yeah, I'm trying. That's why I'm Control F Wooder. I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out how he died because I was probably still in the trance of the previous episode. But I remember,
Yeah.
again, like he's the one who's supposed to be commanding, four,
Yeah,
and
and then it sucks because her motivation was, oh, I still want to be with the Titans. It's maybe my memories will come back.
mhm,
And no, after like Ben died, I guess Ben knows, and now he's just dead
right,
or got shot down. Oh yeah, also I remember seeing a clip of this. This is also the episode when Chica pissed off Camille as well.
yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
how.
because I know they fight a lot. I think it's like Oh, yeah, okay, no, this is when Chica wanted to like, yo, hey, how about you and Amaru don't pilot together or fight together? Because like, or wait, no, let him take control of the Mark II. Like, get you,
What?
Amaru was gonna be more have more potential in our Mark II than you, Camille. Yeah, I remember that being a thing. I'm pretty sure this was the episode if they got into a fight for it.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That is very unfortunate.
Yeah. And like again, I didn't give her too much shit for that. Of course, like
Yeah, because
again,
it was
just
kind of
she's
brushed off pretty
thirsty.
quick,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
at least she didn't like take it too far.
Yeah, or like, portray the AU or something. I don't fucking
Well, it
know.
makes sense because she does
Yeah, it's
kind of bring a
logical.
point that she wants like Amuro to be like
And
the
yeah.
hero that comes back,
Yeah, yeah. Put him on this A
and it's kind
game.
of like, or maybe it's like, it's like we say dumb stuff and we did kind of like really brush off.
Mm, but yeah.
And what else happens in this episode? This and that, this and
Again,
that.
like for like went against Witter's orders, of course, because like she
Yeah,
said, like, don't give me orders. Like that's my
yeah. I
only
don't follow
that's
any orders,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Plans to return
and
and you.
that's unfortunate.
Mhm. And he managed to
Wait,
convince Ford to open up the. Yeah, no, this was the one. This is the episode actually, where he convinced Ford to open up the Psycho Gundam and confess. I mean, well, not confess, but just tell his what hardship he went through
yeah,
and
that makes
crying on
sense.
slap. Yeah,
And apparently she
and
kills Ben as well.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
I think there was this the episode where like you think she kind of dies, and that's where
Oh yeah, that we kind of like we're left in mystery. Like, where is she?
yeah, where is she? Like, is she did
Like
she
for a
die or
while.
like yeah, what she's doing now? Yeah, yeah.
No,
This
that
was
does
the
make a
episode.
lot
I
of sense.
remember this. Yeah, because like this is definitely the one where they have like a big argument, and like she was like, "Yo, get back in your fucking gun, dumb, or I shoot you." Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
which
for
is
Camille.
terrible.
Yeah, but yeah, no, give again. That's young love.
Yeah, young love, as Char and Amuro would say. And yeah, and this is pretty much their yeah, that was also their successful thing of like going back into space without much trouble or any
Mhm.
casualties.
Yeah,
That's sad.
yeah. All right. Well, episode 21. Um,
Sign of Zeta. And this is pretty much the very first show that pretty much introduces the trope of the main character getting a Gundam upgrade in the middle of the show.
mhm,
I mean, technically, I guess a little bit off topic, but like with the 1 Year War, there's supposed to be an upgrade to the Gundam that's explained in War in the in 0080 War in the Pocket, but
mhm.
that didn't happen.
Right.
You'll know when to see the OV the sixth episode OVA.
Yeah.
David Hayter.
I'm just gonna watch it just for David Hayter because I was like, I could probably
He's in
watch
one
it.
of the main
So
characters.
yeah, so I'm hyped because
Yes. Just after
I
Char's counterattack, you can
yeah.
finally watch it. And what else? So pretty much, uh, and also following other shows, they just kind of kept that trope. So even in the modern shows like Iron
Mhm,
Blooded Orphans, just kind of have that thing of like, okay, let's just upgrade the Gundam or
mhm.
just have a different Gundam because if the enemy mobile suits are like catching up and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So in this episode, from what I remember, and hell, just glance at the wiki. This is where like Sierrocco signs his pact to the Titans in blood,
Mm-hmm.
which don't mean shit, but yeah, in blood. And we also get introduced to another cyber new type,
Oh yeah,
Sarah.
Sarah. Yeah, that she comes of
It's
that
thirst.
unfortunately someone simps for her.
Uh,
Someone in the AU, but we won't talk about that yet.
we don't talk about that next time. Or hell, is it gonna happen like soon? Soon?
No, I think that's like with his consequence of like
Oh, the
being,
consequences of it.
yeah, of being like starstruck with her.
Mm, yeah.
And I think there was also like when they showed like the Titans kind of upgrading their mobile suits as well, that they have like more advanced prototype mobile suits.
Hmm.
And Camille was like almost getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I think Jared was fighting him against him as well.
Hmm. Yeah,
And then
I think Jared does fight in this episode.
yeah, and then the good old Fa and Polly saves Camille with the Gundam, with the
Yeah,
Zeta Gundam that shows up
and which is dope because well, more women, you know,
helping. Yeah,
helping. Yeah, yeah,
strong woman.
strong
Though
woman.
later on, there's some weird things that happen, which
Yeah,
like they can be valid criticisms, but we'll get to that
we'll get to
when
it. Yeah.
later on.
Hmm.
But I don't. I wish I paid attention more back then, because this is also like when they introduced more Shirako as well.
Hmm. Yeah, like
'Cause I
he
don't
definitely has
remember
a bigger.
much. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, like and of course like this episode too, since we got introduced with Sarah, like oh yeah, this is where I no, I don't think she. I think it's like later on because like this is where like Jared like coming a lieutenant or
Oh yeah, he like climbed up in the ranks,
yeah,
like
yeah,
we mentioned in the earlier episodes.
and quote unquote like babysitting like Sarah and the other
Yeah.
chick who I already forgot because she died like the same episode. Hell,
Well,
let me see what man was it the next episode that.
I'm not sh
Yeah, no, they don't even have a wiki for it. It's not in the next episode.
Wow. Yeah,
That's
she's just
hilarious.
damn, that's crazy. Though,
Uh,
the thing that I want to say about Sarah,
mm.
thankfully she's not a cyber new type, whether that's good or bad thing. She's just a regular old new type.
Oh, god damn it! That makes so much sense because again,
Cool.
like I gotta also always remember, like cyber new types, they are fucking batshit crazy.
Yep.
They're
No,
mentally
I
unstable.
mean, the new
That makes
types are
sense.
pretty much messed up too, but cyber new types are just very unstable.
Unstable, yeah, that's right. Apologies.
And
Good thing
what
I.
else? Yeah.
Good thing I got you here, buddy.
Yeah, just kind of remembering some other stuff. And yeah, this is also the thing with the Titans, that they kind of rank up way too fast and they don't really know how to handle that kind of responsibility or
Right.
act irrationally,
Hmm.
which is also one of their downfalls, but we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, also let me just talk about Zeta Gundam a little bit, because
Oh, this
I
is that.
love the Zeta Gundam design.
Hmm.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And this is pretty much like what do you call it? This is pretty much the first Gundam also to be like designed by Camille, though I don't remember how he like kind of. I think that's when they were visiting the Anaheim people, that
Mm.
like when he gave like his inputs or thoughts, because they're I guess with the lore, like the Anaheim was struggling how to develop like a mobile suit that can like transform without stressing too much of the its body frame, and just Camille kind of figured it out. And with Zeta, that's a Greek word. So um this is like kind of the trend with the early Gundam series, that they kind of have the kind of the Greek naming for the Gundams later on, like the new Gundam
Hmm.
or Char's Counterattack. And halfway in the novel Halfway's Flash, in that was released in '89, they have the Halfway Pilot's spoiler. Halfway Pilot's his own Gundam called the She Gundam,
Hmm.
or it's guy. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I just say like the Chinese word "she." That's how I pronounce it,
Right.
and that's how they pronounce it in the movie. But yeah, that Zeta. I mean, it's a cool design. Transforms. I
Also,
don't know how you
also
feel about
important.
Zeta.
No, no, no. I like. So like, I'm cool with Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. No, it's just something weird on this fucking stream OBS. But yeah, so like, I love the Zeta design, and like, I'm cool with like people, main protagonists upgrading because hell, it was we forgot to mention, but like it was foreshadowed like, yeah, this is he made his own design,
Mm-hmm.
the protagonist. And
And
I'm
now, yeah, not only that, but in the first opening kind of foreshadowed it as well.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm cool with like because like, as technology grows forward and the war like continues, like you gotta bring your end game, baby. You
Yeah,
gotta
step up your game.
yeah, step it up.
And you know what's also interesting is it
Mm.
has crazy weapons like the beam rifle. I love the sound effect of its beam rifle.
Hmm.
And also the beam rifle can also be used kind of as a beam saber sort of.
Right,
And
right.
also the big like mega launcher bazooka thing.
Hmm.
But yeah, and luckily in Double Zeta you'll see more of it,
Right.
much more of it. And what's another thing? Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about Zeta. Just cool transforming robot. But yeah, luckily, and also this is the end of the episode. Camille and Fa hugs again,
Mm.
which I guess it's been a little while since they've seen each other. But don't tell Fa about 4 though.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, thanks to the Zeta Gundam saving Camille's ass.
Yeah. All right.
I
Next.
think that brings us to episode 22, Eyes of Shiroko.
Yeah, this is when when that one character first was introduced and just died. But yeah, like they're just trying to bring like Sirocco, like charm, like his charm, and like me, I of course like when he like charms the women and hell even the other people, I thought that was like, is this some new type shit?
Maybe,
Yeah.
I mean,
But
depends how
like
you think about it, but yeah.
yeah, because
But also,
that's how I got the vibes for that. Like, oh yeah, this man's a new type. No one's this fucking
no.
smooth.
Though, I mean, now, I mean, he's pretty much parallel to Char, but nowadays I think, like, damn, Shrock is a groomer. Which, obviously, back when I watched it in 2016, I did not know. I didn't think that the word groomer existed. It's just, yeah, you just, the young girls like him.
Yeah,
Just,
like
he's very charming. And he
yeah,
just, like, manipulates them
yeah, for his own
for his
good.
own
Yeah,
benefits.
yeah. Which I kind of respect.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. It's, I don't know.
It was
Just I guess it
a
makes
little
him
trope.
more like of like some enemy some like the antagonist like you just kind of love to hate,
Yeah.
which doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he's a lovable. He's a guy I want to kick his ass, but it's like I love to
Yeah,
hate
exactly.
him. Yeah, yeah.
Me too. And oh yeah, this is also the episode when Jared was just kind of mean towards Sarah and the other person.
Mm,
High school.
yeah, which is
Jared's
understandable
still
too, because like we get to
they're
see
younger.
how the like they probably would have been saved, or at least that one girl, because like they were like, we kind of don't want to follow this guy rules. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But that ended up like he was commanding them like, yo, get back in your formation, and like they didn't bother. So like Sarah retreated during one of the battles before Jared called it off. Like, yo, okay, we can't win this. We gotta go back.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But yeah, so like, I do like how like Jared's slowly climbing up the ranks because like he wanted to do this for Lila or Lilia,
Yeah,
not like
the
yeah,
his other girlfriend.
yeah. I mean, short-lived girlfriend, but that's
Yeah.
thank you,
Whoa.
Camille. Thank you,
Mm.
Camille. The natural born killer.
Kill, kill, kill. Just like that movie,
Yeah,
Natural Born Killer, I think it's called.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think.
but
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot too because like again, I don't pay attention to like a lot of the mechas, the mobile suits. Like
Hmm.
beside like I do think they're cool. I just like didn't bother to for their names, but I remember like this was like also Jared testing out the prototype. They're like you said earlier today, like the Titans have like a shit ton of like prototype because they're
Yeah, and no
busy
mass
up.
production. Not like they're putting too much eggs in their baskets with the prototypes instead of a
Yeah.
mass-produced mobile suit,
Hmm.
which doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? And apparently this is also the episode when they had conflicts of Camille and Fa like telling her like I guess Camille does not want Fa to be a mobile suit pilot,
Hmm.
even though she kind of does anyways.
Yeah.
Though at the same time she's kind of a babysitter as well,
Right.
which is I don't know, like it's very parallel to Fra, but Fra just like she's like the operator on the radio talking to Amuro, and later on after Sayla uses the G fighter, whatever it's called.
Yeah. And like
And yeah,
in my eyes, like I understand because like it's more so. I mean, it's probably giving them too much credit, but like they see how more comfortable she is as a caretaker instead of a fighter.
yeah. I'd
Because
rather
there's times
have her be a fighter, to be honest, than
that's fair.
those dumb kids.
Yeah, like
Like with Emma.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's more so like a competency. Like I think she was all right as a fighter.
Yeah, I mean she's good.
But yeah, it's more so like I don't want any more people dying. Let the idiots die. Oh, hey, Kaz. But
Yep. And I guess this is like the kind of episode that shows like, oh yeah, Fa maybe she has to be a little bit more careful whenever she pilots
hmm,
from how she fights.
yeah, and of course, like she's also stubborn because there's a time I ranted about like these pilots like just in over their heads or just like I want to fight even though like no you will actually be killed because there's times where Fa was like no I can still continue and hell even
Yeah,
Rekuwa oh
yeah,
and
no,
Emma everyone in this cast like has
their
that type of
ego,
problem yeah their ego
big ego.
yeah but be like that so like what other things happened in this show? Because I know it was action packed, just getting
In this
orders from
episode,
Sir, yeah, episode
I believe,
like from Shirako.
I guess just Jared was just really pissed off that he had to lose again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and fucking Shirako was like, I commend your like that's fine because like it was like data. Like again,
Yeah.
the man with his charm, like yeah, sure they lost, but they still got some value from it. And
Which I
like
guess I guess that's kind of the positive things in the when things to do with life. Like, hey, some may not go your way, but you gotta
mm.
appreciate the small things.
Yeah, sure, you led that girl to her death, but hey, we still won something.
To some degree.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just pretty much I guess that's the whole episode, but that is crazy.
Oh yeah. Just looking at the end of the wiki. Ruck, Henkin gave like a small gift
Oh
to Emma.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because like if you didn't know, there's this a previous captain before Bright popped up on board. Like I assumed that he just gave the position to Bright, but
Yeah,
basically
'cause he's
he
more experienced.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Basically, this man has a huge boner for Emma. Who can blame her? Who can blame her?
But Emma's strong.
Emma's strong. I like Emma.
Especially we did appreciate a lot about her that she's always a good person, but she's kind of to the wrong side at the
Yeah.
wrong time. And
Mm.
it's a good thing she switched pretty early on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And stuff later, and I'm like, again, another time, next episode. I
Exactly.
don't want to be too angry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got a long way to go.
yeah. Uh,
Think which episode was this?
yeah, what's this? 'Cause I
Movie
want to
tag.
say this was like before the episode where who was it? It was like Commodore, what's his name? Blex? Yeah, Commodore Blex and Char. Oh, yeah, fuck it. He's Char. Char went to the fucking like the council meeting or something like that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Was this like the I think this was like the episode before this? Oh, this is the episode before that, and maybe they were discussing getting there or something. I forgot.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's another thing with this episode. I don't really remember much of this episode to be honest.
Yeah, because there's some like okay, because it's called yeah. Oh yeah, okay. So this is like a lot of politics stuff. So like at the
Yeah.
beginning it says like Mr. Wong about the Earth Federation Government General Assembly. Yeah, that's what it was called, the assembly. Um and he wants Char to act like a bodyguard to Commander Commodore Blex. And he's worried about the Titans to be making operations on the moon.
Hmm. Oh yeah. And what else? I guess according to Wiki, Emma points out that Camille has like matured a bit during the war.
Yeah, because of being on Earth, I assume, right?
Yeah, and what do you call it? And I guess Camille also tells her that he prays for the people he killed at during the war,
Oh
which I guess
yeah, it's not religiously, but I pray for them. Yeah, I remember that being
I
a
guess it
thing.
kind of ends because we're in war, you're kind of fighting for the wrong sides ideology.
Hmm.
Like you're fighting for your own reasons, which I
Right.
guess is the interesting thing that Camille does.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's not really like of course he feels bad that he
Hmm.
has to kill people. It's like with Amuro.
Hmm. And it's
And yeah.
funny too, because like how do you feel about Camille? Like how do I say it? Like how do you feel about Camille just like fighting for himself? Like, do you think it's like kind of like Hirako in the sense like where he treats like yeah, the Titans are bad, but same thing with the AQ. They are
Yeah.
they're doing
Focus
it.
on
They're
their own.
basically the same thing. They're doing like quote unquote the same thing. Like, do you feel like Camille's the same way, or he just knows
I
that like
mean,
Titans are just dipshits? They're terrible people.
so I would say maybe on both sides
Mm.
because the AU, in all intentions, they want to stop the Titans just from the corruptions affecting the space noids
Yeah.
and just the average people that can be threatening to the Earth as well. Because who knows what the hell they can do.
Hmm.
And with Camille, I do feel like he's fighting for himself. Like, yeah, he has like obviously has a more personal vendetta against the Titans than what Amuro had with Zeon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's very justified. And though
Mm.
at the same time, he's also fighting for his friends, especially as Fa on board, and now
Yeah.
he's like also
Mm.
closer with Emma, and also with Four, and now with Four as well. That's another reason why he just keeps on fighting because he wants to do the right. He knows he's doing the right thing with eradicating the Titans.
Mm.
What do you think about it though?
No, no, I see it that way as well, where like he is definitely like fighting for himself and his family and friends. Because like
Yeah,
he at least kind of sees like what they is doing is right, but like Titans got to go. Like they
yeah,
want to kill it.
exactly.
Yeah, and of course like he's a man who hates killing, and
Yeah.
episode 9, best episode, where he says violence isn't right.
Yeah,
Violence
pretty
isn't right.
much.
Right.
I mean, he's still forced to do it though. But
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
no
Hey,
matter.
kind of like with Chica, like she hates war, but like you if you have to do something right, you're forced to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And of course she helps
It's,
earlier.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
even
a
later
tough
on
thing.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this isn't going to be like the first assembly that's going to happen like later
Yeah,
on.
no doubt.
There's like um recordings of actions from the Titans. That's for another day. Um
Yeah. What
yeah.
else?
I but I'm with you on this one. I'm actually trying to I'm vaguely remembering this episode even though I haven't watched well, I probably watched this like a week ago.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say about this.
Mm.
Um, Hold on. But the other next episode is a pretty bigger deal. But just
Oh, absolutely. Okay, we're back. Are we? Yeah, we're on counterattack now. Or do you remember anything from?
not really from the moon attack.
Yeah, because like there's no deaths. There's like
There's
rec-
like I mean it's kind of like a breather episode, I guess,
yeah, because like
before the next episode.
it's just going like skimming through it says like Rekowa teaches Fa how to use the one of the suits um
Yeah.
char nah Haikaku Chiki.
Yeah.
Wait. All right, Shiraku moves ahead and secures the city all by himself. Oh shit! Wait,
In the last episode? Damn.
wait. Okay, okay. This. I'm kind of
Yeah,
remembering it just a
no.
little bit. Yeah, no, this is. I remember. I fucking remember now. Okay, this was like the episode where they're trying to take over a colony or a city called Von Braun City territory, and apparently like super important or whatever. And I remember this was like a what you call it a important city to take over, and but the commander I call him Jamaican, but no, not Jamiroquai, that's a band.
Isn't it
Jamaican.
Jamaican?
Yeah, Jamaican
Not
slaps
Jamaican
this.
though.
I called him Jamaican when I saw the subtitle. Like glance at it, it's Jamaica. It's like yeah, Captain Jamaican. Yeah, he slaps the shit out of Chiraco, keeping composure, faking ignorance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chiraco.
Okay, I sort of remember this episode, not too much compared to the next one, but yeah,
Yeah.
they took control of the moon city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it makes sense. What else? I guess we can briefly go over counterattack and colony drop. Oh boy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so this is where um Commodore Blex and like we never mentioned him, but he was in the first episode. He was alongside the previous commander.
Yeah, I think he's the founder of AUG as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like the old man from the first, like do you remember the old man's name from the OG?
Oh, the guy that was supposed to be the captain of the White Base.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like him because he
Mm-hmm.
kind of just died later on.
Mm-hmm. You know, like
Unfortunately.
within the 5 episodes, well, this guy he didn't have that much screen time, but he was a good figure for the AGU. But
Yeah, and yeah, he's been shot. He's been shot down.
yeah,
And you know this event, like he was. I think later on he was supposed to be. I think this happens like later on in the episodes that he's supposed to give a speech
yeah,
about the Titans being bad.
uh,
But now it's like, okay, I guess Char has to do it on his own now.
yeah, and
Kind of like he was supposed to change the world, and I guess Char kind of hates being like a politician as well.
yeah. Like, he's
No,
always
yeah,
yeah.
that's tough. And also, apparently, there's a battle going on as well
Mm-hmm.
between the Titans and
Yeah,
yeah,
and so this is the battle that's taking place is like the AU trying to take back the city and force out the
yeah.
Titans.
Luckily, they did. I
Y-
think so. I think they did.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is also one of the Jared's also misdoings, and he's always failing to get Camille.
Yeah. And it's funny too cuz like it's like for me it's like always in the sense like Char in the original show, like just him and like him and Armor were always fighting, and like
Yeah.
Char always escapes, and Gerard
Yep.
like he gets close, like especially when he's in the Mark II, when Camille's in the Mark II, like he always like fails and has to escape.
Yeah. Because of runtime. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, no, that's
Mm.
true too. Yeah, that's why like I didn't mind. I mean,
Yeah, no, I'm
it,
cool with it. I mean,
it
it kind of makes sense during war. Like after
mhm.
like a day. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, my apologies for the interruption.
Cool, man.
But yeah, that is what were we talking about with we did talk about the big detail of what do you call it? Of Commodore Black's just being shot down.
Yeah, and
And no
we.
wonder, yeah, it's crazy that he just it was just an undercover assassination mission.
Mhm.
That they said like, yeah, let's just kill this guy because we know
Yeah,
where he's hiding.
yeah, yeah,
It's pretty,
and
pretty
we
crazy.
were yeah, we were talking about like all the antagonists, like oh they failed to kill the protagonist, they always gotta flee. That's war, and like
Yeah.
and of course like another big trend and my biggest problem, at least like for younger characters, even though I did not know Kaz was fucking 15. Like he
I thought it was 13.
yeah, yeah 12, 13, that's insane. Like he was going against orders or just leaving on his own. So like he
hmm
was able to save Kaz. I mean Kaz was
Yeah.
able to save Jared. Yeah, and this was
Yeah.
like in the city actually too. Yeah, because this is when on accident that or wait, was it beforehand? I'm trying to remember if this was the
What
episode
with
because
Cos being disobeying again the
oh
second time?
no, I think he did already, but like it was more so like the city was like all pissed at like yeah, we don't like the Titans or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know if
yeah.
it's this
No, I think
episode.
this. Yeah, okay, because I.
With the moon base, right? And not moon base, the in the moon city in the moon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Von Braun city. Yeah, I think this was the place because like I think he was with the other love interest of Jared, and
Yeah,
this is
she's
when
still around.
yeah, yeah, and like Kaz lost the gun because like it's kind of incompetent sometimes.
Yeah.
Lost the gun that he was given from Amaru. And,
Jesus.
yeah, because like he
Yeah,
got the
that
gun
makes sense.
point, and then like Jared made a comment, kicked the gun out of his hand. He got the gun back.
Uh,
And
oh,
that trade.
this is also the episode that introduced Yazdan.
Yep, crazy motherfucker Yazan. He's
Yep.
he's growing on me because like I always liked his design. He's just a crazy mofo. And his
Yeah,
hair.
he's a jerk. Yeah,
Yeah, he's an
his
asshole.
like mohawk hair kind of.
Yeah. And there's so many
And
times where I thought he died that he did it.
so she's in Double Zeta.
uh-huh.
It's okay. He's just a little antagonist in Double Zeta. And
Yeah.
apparently this is also the first episode that showed that the opening changed to this
Yep,
English.
to my favorite one.
Yeah, I don't I don't want to say the Japanese name. I forgot what the is it even translated?
Ugh, just Google it.
Um, Aki, okay, Akira Star with Love. I probably
Oh,
mispronounced it,
yeah,
but it's
Carrie Star
sung
Love, yeah.
by um Hiroko Miku. Mioriguchi, which she has done a lot of songs, especially for Gundam series, and she's pretty young. She's like 53,
Oh
but
yeah,
she's
damn, doing it for so
what do you call
long.
it?
Wow.
She's I think she's done the ending songs for what do you call it, for the first season One Punch Man as well.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
Right on.
but and unfortunately, since the song is similar to a American song that can't be
Really?
localized,
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna ask, like, so why? What's the copyright reason
I
for?
think because it's weird because it has the what do you call it? The American composer, I guess he kind of song wrote it. The Neil Hidaka.
Hmm.
He's like some old American pop singer, pianist, and composer that he's still alive. He's 82 at the
Oh,
moment.
okay.
But I guess the songs are pretty similar. And I guess it's the reason why it's the reason why the freaking the two opening songs cannot be local be in the English versions of the Blu releases for the gun for Zeta Gundam,
All
unfortunately.
right.
And I think the same deal with the ending song and the first opening song,
Yeah. And I
which
mean,
is unfortunate because I love the ending song in Zeta Gundam. It's probably my favorite.
oh, for me, that's alright. Maybe
That it
I
kind
have
of
to,
catches on you.
yeah, I have to re-listen to like
Yeah,
at least the whole song because the song they replaced it with was this like
yeah, jazz. It's part of
it's like
the
jazzy.
soundtrack.
Yeah, it's definitely from the soundtrack. Yeah, but like
Yeah, no doubt. But
the opening two fucking banger, real big banger.
yeah, the second Omni song is still my favorite in
Mm.
all the Gundam series.
Yeah, it's up there for me too. Like
Yeah,
I haven't watched much.
and well animated too. I
Yeah,
just rewatched
yeah.
it a decent amount of times.
Mhm. Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's quite a depressing episode with the Titans assassinating Commodore Blex.
yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, and I guess that's someone that Char kind of looked up to,
Hmm.
and I don't know, just unfortunately, just Char just had to fill in his shoes a bit.
Hmm.
What's the? I think that's pretty much it for that episode.
I've been thinking, but basically, because the death of Blex, like, and didn't get his speech, the reading the last paragraph of the wiki, the Parliament had voted to turn all this power to Mr. Hyman,
Mr. Hyman,
Jamatov,
huh?
yeah, Jamatov Hyman. I'm calling him Hyman. Making the
Yeah,
Titans the de facto rulers of the Earth Federation government.
yeah. So they pretty much have more power over the Earth
Yeah.
Federation at this point, because the Earth Federation kind of scaled down after the 1 Year War,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense because at that time there wasn't really much of a war.
Right. Yeah.
And I guess that makes us move on to the next episode, Colony Drop.
Yep. And the last one will be disgusting because
Yeah,
unless
it's a
you
good.
guys want another 6 hours.
No, it's a good way to because this is like the midpoint that we
Yeah.
can just tackle later.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the episode. I guess this is the threat of the Titans just dropping Colony. I guess what colony was it? Was it the colony that was that they visited earlier on the show? I think so.
Side
Oh,
4?
yeah, side four. Oh, and apparently this is also the when Katz gets interested in Sarah as well. Katz, 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 Katz.
Cuts!
Yeah, and the beginning paragraph, one of the beginning paragraphs also mentions that Bright tells Wong to evacuate the Granada citizens as well
Mm-hmm.
because of something that something against the Titans.
Yeah,
Fucked
yeah.
up. Austin, you know Wong Lee is 25 years old?
No.
Yeah.
No. What? I'm looking at it now. What?
Yeah, he's 20. I don't know. I don't think it's mentioned in the show, but he is 25. Yep.
Okay, continue.
And then That yeah, well, cats be simping, and
Yeah.
yeah, and Camille finds out why she's there. I guess she gets captured.
Yeah. So like what's so interesting about this episode too, is
Let's
like
see.
because like she popped up to the thing, right? I mean she popped to the Agama, right? Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, carrying a white flag, of course, the classic war trick in space. And like people were believing like, oh yeah, she's probably innocent. Because like Camille says like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, no, I believe her. But I think like deep down he knows she's a bitch. So like,
Yeah.
and I think it was interesting too because like his motivation was like I want to integrate her herself, even though that's not his job. He's just a pilot. So I find that,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah, and like he wanted to find out information from her herself and for his own reasons.
For
But
cats, right? Or for
oh
what do
no,
you call
no,
it? Shrug.
uh, yeah, from struck. So like he interrogates her. So
Yeah, I gotta remind. Granada is the moon base, or the moon city,
mm-hmm.
and
Yes. Oh, gone.
yeah, but yeah, that's that episode. I vaguely remember this episode though.
Yeah, no, I remember this episode not too badly, mainly because of Kot's incompetency. It's like
Yeah, we'll see
and
more of that later.
yeah. And like I thought that was like in a sense it kind of developed him. Like he has like he's more he has trust issues now. But like it kind of changed his mind like she's back. Oh.
He's back.
Yeah, but like he fucked up because like not only he let go of a prisoner, no, and but he got information about the guy plans. Yeah, gal plans. Main weak point. The
Mm.
one of the suits. But what else happens? The other it's not a detail, but like in a sense, it was kind of the Camille's autistic ass fault because he was the one who gave him the key. Like, here's the key to the prisoner. Don't let her escape. Yada yada. But like, he should know. He should know better about.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, he already know. He already like he's getting better at reading people. Like, yeah, he wants to get into Sarah's pants.
Pretty much. I
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah, I guess it's love at first sight as a
yeah,
teenager.
yeah,
And I guess the cats does get punished.
yeah.
Like, okay. It's like with Amuro, like kind of like running away with the Gundam. He's
Mm-hmm.
kind of gets sent to prison
Yeah.
or confinement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that is the 25
Oh,
episodes.
that is quite a lot
Yeah.
that we went through. And
Yeah.
my God,
It's
there's still a lot more.
still a lot more. Yeah. I mean, we're halfway through, but like at least we got like
Uh,
it will
yep.
be shorter next time because like we got like the trivia and all that stuff. And I mean, we're gonna probably
Yeah, the
uh
context as
yeah,
well. Out
context,
of the
yeah.
way.
Yeah, we and we'll be like brief once we like finish it, like to some other details, like
I think we're mostly
tangents.
focused on the ending though, or the last few episodes
Yes,
that are
definitely. We
very, very
combine into one.
eventful. It's
That
gonna be a
impact.
hell of a ride.
Like I knew stuff was going down, but not like all in one episode. Let alone, and even
Fuck.
the last
Yeah.
episode itself, that got me actually. It's good.
It's one of the I won't say much at the moment, but when we get there, especially for the podcast audience, oof, it's gonna be a
Yeah,
hell of a ride
yeah,
for yeah.
yeah.
I guess with everyone it's just kind of some more opinion. But
Hmm.
it's just it's some like even because I believe with this one thing with like people say like, oh yeah, you must watch this movie, you must watch this like well-known movie before you die. I feel like with one of them is kind of Zeta Gundam.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, you have to watch it before you die. Like, no matter like what your taste is, like you gotta
Yeah.
experience it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like they went berserk, but like definitely like I would actually agree because this was actually a trip. Like, of course, like it reeks 80s, but it also reeks of like
Still holds
wow,
up.
it only holds up, and like it's actually impressive that this show, not just because of animation, but like these themes coming from like the 80s, and it's probably
And it's
not.
still pretty relevant, especially with the OG show as well.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, and it's
Yeah.
all for kids. Treating kids like adults is insane.
Yep. Let's not like downplay you dumb little kids and buy
Yeah,
our model kits.
yeah.
Make sure to buy that Zeta model kit.
Yeah, yeah.
I will
Thank you.
soon.
But yeah, I'll be doing some editing throughout the week. I'm like, I know I've been saying that for like what?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
For
Well,
Mario
once it
Party.
drops, yeah, once it drops, just let me know.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I'll send the links for you can add in the description.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, give me the links and I will do my best with the timestamp. That's gonna be a
Oh,
trip.
that's gonna be very tough.
I'm gonna do it though. I mean, it's 3 hours and like what in total, I might have to cut out like 5 minutes tops.
Like 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes tops. So yeah, no, it's no big deal. And
Yeah,
plus,
for sure.
yeah. And again, like, thank you so much for doing this with me because I definitely will be writing a video, and this is helping me at least refresh and get your opinions and like refresh my So
I think our opinions are pretty much kind of parallel, but
yeah,
I think I do look forward to your I don't know what edit video you're making. I think it sounds like video essay sort of.
yeah, video essay, and it's going to be like you know my type of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so yeah, it's going to be like that.
Well, I do
Yeah.
look forward to it, and
Mhm.
for more podcasts as well, even like outside of Gundam, like we can do
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like
no,
that.
I definitely like just I was riding my bike from the tournament. I was like, huh, I really want to do this. I actually, yeah, maybe a podcast. Like, it doesn't have to be every week, but like, yeah, I'm
Just
definitely down for this.
once in a while.
Yeah, just like movie night
But
once
with
in a while,
yeah,
once at least once a month minimum.
yeah, but with Zeta, it's like we're at the halfway mark, so we gotta finish it.
Yeah, that's priority. But yeah. All right, bro, you take it easy. I am going to stream Mario Party, but
Hell yes.
I need to give like a 20-minute break.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some burgers. So yeah, thanks
Get some
again.
food. Yeah, thanks again. Peace out, bro.
Peace out to all the other audiences as well,
Mm-hmm.
and you too, Zeke. Later.
Later.